Better to bring us on the air on this amazing evening than Kool and the Gang with their hit song Misled from their album Emergency, released in 1984. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. Welcome to the most hot, the most authentic show that you ever come across in Kenya. The adults in the room, and you're 94.4. And we want to welcome you on our official day 2 after we were launched yesterday. So now we are on the air, and we're going to be on the air every day of the week from 7 o'clock to 10 p.m. And we're so happy for you joining us. Remember, if you're in Nairobi, the frequency is 94.4 FM. If you're in places like Kisumu, if you're in Spring Valley, if you're in Athi River, if you're in Koroi, we're 94.4 FM. And I'm hanging out as usual with my people.
You totally said that right. We are the adults in the room where we have no holds barred conversation about issues affecting men and the women who love them. Look, if you're listening from the areas of Kisumu, be you in Masat, Mamboleo, or Bunga, Nyalenda, you can reach us live and direct on 102.5. And if you're in the heart of Nakuru, you could do the same from the areas of Shabe, Section 58, Kiamunyi, Langa Langa, Kiti, and London on 96.0. If you're in Mombasa, Kisauni, all the way up in Nyeri, we are live and direct in Mombasa at 87.9. My name is Eric Omondi. Call us wherever you are in the country on 0719-012-600.
Good evening. My name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. If you are somewhere stuck and you're able to stream, or you're still in the office or at home, relax. You can stream us live on www.spicefm.co.ke. Let me repeat that, www.spicefm.co.ke. Our social media handles are SpiceFMKE. That is Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are the home, and I mean the home of authentic soul, blues, and R&B.
Barbara, you've said it better than I would say it in a million years. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani, and we're going to have a fun show tonight. Remember, we're going to have the hot topic at the top of the hour, and at 9 o'clock, we're going to take a lot of your feedback. For yesterday, people were calling. Even when I went home, people were still calling. Barbara.
Oh my.
Yeah, man, guys were calling all night long, I think.
Thank you for calling. Keep calling. We're back on air today.
Yeah, guys, Barbara, you're looking really nice. You're looking
Thank you, darling.
all made up.
Thank you, darling. I've dolled up.
Yeah,
I clean up good.
Yeah, you're cleaned up really well. How are you, Eric?
Oh, I'm good. You're talking to Barbara, and I was fully concentrating on Barbara, only for you to shift very
Have
quickly.
you been smitten by her eyelids?
No. Barbara and I are in a very nice, deep, platonic relationship. I think we will be in that safe zone for a good long time.
Yeah.
I am good. I was desiring seafood. I had a craving for prawns and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to have seafood in some place in Karen.
Mm-hmm. Today or yesterday?
Today,
Yes.
just before coming to work. But because they've not paid Spice FM, I will not say where. But they were very expensive.
All right.
Because they have a similar restaurant down in South Africa, and I'd eat there for almost next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I ate whatever I ate here,
What did you eat?
Me. I had prawns and calamari and some very nice spinach. And down in South Africa, that would have costed me maybe at most 25 rands. Here I paid
Which is like 250 shillings, right?
Yes,
Yes.
thereabout. Here I paid a whopping 2,800 shillings.
That's 10 times the cost.
100.
Yeah, it's very
10,
expensive.
yeah.
Very expensive. And funny thing, I was not full. So when I landed at work, which was a mere 45 minutes from Karen to here, I went to our cafeteria and really had to deal with a very nice...
Oh, is that how I found you coming from the cafeteria?
Yes. So I had a few snacks to bite and tea.
You had to top up.
So much for your 2 hours, or is it 2.8?
I had to top up.
How much did you spend on the snacks and tea?
I was meeting a friend of mine, myself and my friend and I, and we spent together 5,400.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, the cafeteria, and that's why I love the Standard. They take care of us. I blew a whooping 100 shillings, and I was properly stuffed.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember the first time I went to South Africa, I went to a high-end Greek restaurant in a high-end
thought you were-
mall. And I paid 1,000 shillings Kenyan equivalent.
Yeah.
You were shocked.
For a serious, I couldn't even finish the food.
Yeah.
We're tunagongwa.
Here we are.
Our
completely-
prices
is
are
crazy.
overrated, I
They
think.
totally are. For food is very expensive. Actually, food in Kenya is 30 times more expensive than food in South Africa.
And then the low-end South African restaurants are high-end here, which is strange. to
Yeah,
me.
Which is,
very
yeah.
strange.
Actually, I've seen
Here,
that,
guys
especially
queue
the
and
fast
get
foods.
guys queue on fast food restaurants and get accents on the queue. Check, oh my word, how are you? Somebody deep from Momo queuing just for seeing that logo of chicken. They're like, all right, oh my word.
Stop it, Eric.
Is there something about the weather right now? I'm like, what? Why there?
It's a
Why
fast
there?
food.
Si
Can I
tunakuona why?
can I have the small fries and then can I top it up with a 2-piece her?
There's totally something about their coleslaw. Oh my word, out of this world.
Enough
out
about
of this-
food, I'm
Then
hungry
when they
now.
leave, they start speaking in their deep dialect. Check here, deo kareda nekao deo.
Reure.
They're just like, unajua watu walikuwa nadhani sini tumewakoroga buda. That is strange. You should stop getting accents on the queue.
Yeah, man. And Barbara, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
What
good.
are you up to today?
Actually, I'm good myself. I'm happy to be on the show today, but I'm a bit disappointed. Okay, not disappointed. I'm a bit annoyed. The CS this afternoon, our CS Matiangi, has declared, is it declared? How do we put it across? Has insisted, declared, or told all
Has instructed.
instructed all business owners, bar and restaurants, that on Saturday from 5 p.m. they should be closed.
Oh.
Being a business owner, I feel that is a bit unfair.
Why is he closing them?
Oh, there's censors.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, so I'm
So
one.
it's affected the like you have to close by 5.
Yes.
Eish.
Surely this is our peak day.
Maybe we should just announce on Spice if
I
you're in
think it's unfair.
if you're in Bosia and you're listening on Spice FM, maybe we could just shout and say 1, then the next person 2. By the time
go
we're
away.
getting to Lamu, we'll have
It's
known
so
how many
bad
we
that
are.
one of my helpers decided to ask me for leave to go and be counted.
Oh, she
And
wants
I'm
to
asking
get
her,
to-
stay at home, you'll be counted with
She wants
me.
to travel to Bumola
Yes.
to be counted.
Surely.
Lazima nihesabiwe. No, lazima nihesabiwe.
And I'm wondering what is okay. Yes, it's good to be counted. I understand all the background information and the noise about it, but seriously, it's an inconvenience.
Yeah,
So if she wants to be
and then it'll
counted,
affect your bottom line because you run
Exactly.
a business.
What happens if you lock yourself in the house and you hear those guys knock and you don't open?
I was
personally, I'm
asking-
planning not to open.
I
If
was
you knock my house after 11 o'clock, it might be a thug.
Yeah,
Why are
Eric,
you ringing on my
I was
bell?
asking my wife that question. I was saying, what if we just be very quiet on that day and then they knock and leave?
Check it. Do. Check.
But I also
You
think
just
it's very
keep quiet.
dangerous. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. It's
Maybe
very
they
dangerous.
can really arrest you for not being counted.
Are you serious?
I read an article that if you're gonna be on the road on that night, if you're traveling, there are gonna be roadblocks, so they'll stop the matatu and count you.
I
From
think we
inside
should
the
have a fairer system. I think the conversation ought to move from these random counting and
Yes.
closing of businesses to having a system where we look at the number of people who are born, make a lot of clinics in all areas, even remote areas, so that when you're born, we do a proper
Tabulation of that.
tabulation, we file, and then when people die every year, we get certificates. You see, 1 million people died.
You know, Kenyans don't like death certificates.
Yes, so you say 1 million people died, 4 million people were born. So we just keep deducting the dead and counting it's much
Even the
easier.
dead vote in this country. I hope you know that.
Of course, but that's now because of corruption. But
Yeah.
if we can just tabulate it better, so we say all counties have hospitals, all cities have all dispensaries and whatnot. So if when a woman gives birth, it's reported. When somebody dies, it's reported. So we just deduct and subtract and add. It would make works easier.
I
it's
hope the
interesting.
policy makers are hearing
Just the
about
other
that.
day, we've been doing big projects, big things. Like the government has been doing big things. The other day they were doing Huduma number. Now they are doing a huge.
You know, Eric
census.
didn't take a Huduma number.
Yeah,
He refused.
I don't know if it's safe to say that on the air. But, he might be waiting. Someone may be waiting for him. You guys have had a more interesting time. I think I've had a quieter time. By the way, I brought for you guys some kienyeji chicken.
Oh yes, please don't go home with it.
Yeah, my wife slaughtered for
Did
you
you
guys.
dissect mine to different
No, I
portions?
didn't.
You can do that for
Emmanuel
yourself.
must bring your gift with the rules. No,
But-
you'll go cut it yourself. I request.
Yes, that is how you do it.
My
No,
knife
no,
is
no.
blunt.
This guy,
Really?
I told Eric that tomorrow I'll bring for you a chicken. And then in the evening he tells me, hey, you guy, can you bring for me my chicken dissected? So I'm like, what's up with this guy? Like, how can you
Accept the
receive
gift.
gifts with demands?
Yeah.
You receive the gift.
He refused to cut it.
Emmanuel, thank you very much for the chicken.
Yeah. And if you're listening, tune in. I won't give you a chicken. Stay. You're 94.4 Spice FM. We are the adults in the room, and we're going to be back just after a few seconds. And we're going to have another segment where we're going to ask each other how we are. We're supposed to do that earlier, but Eric, I think the chicken story got me very excited. We just had to flip. So please don't touch the dial. We're 94.4 Spice FM.
We'll be right back after the short break.
All right. You got that right. We're on 94.4 Spice FM. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. If you're in Nairobi, we're on 94.4 FM.
All right. If you're listening all the way down in the coastal town of Mombasa, Mwatate area, Kisauni, Chude, Nyali, or Mikindani, you can catch us live and direct at 87.9. And if you're stuck in the office somewhere in Upper Hill or the very large area of Nyeri, worry not, go to www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is Eric Omondi.
And if you're in Kakamega, the western region, that is Luanda, Ikolomani, Maragoliland, Shiawahali, you can listen to us through 102.5. Also, Kisumu and Kisii are on the same frequency. That is 102.5. If you're in Eldoret, Kapenguria, Bomet, and all the Nandi County, that is 96.7.
Hey, Barbara, you look like you spent the night going through that frequency list.
Yeah, that was a deep one.
Oh,
Sarah,
gentlemen, you're jealous. This is the Duchess of Ikolomani. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Eric, there's something you're saying just now.
You've said I don't know what are
That
these?
is Shebahali.
Shibahari. There's a lady in my class, very quickly. I know it's time to say how I am.
Yes.
But there's a lady in my class, her name was Sarah Aleso.
Yes.
We are good friends. I've not seen her in a long time. If she's tuned to Spice, let her go on the website and hit me up. But Sarah Aleso was so good in languages.
Mm-hmm.
She used to score straight A's. She'd speak the Queen's English. Check what we totally want to do. Then Swahili. Mambo haya ambayo yalitetembeka. When you take her to Luya. So I think Luya is a bad thing.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say.
Yeah,
you
we
have
do.
that
Thank
thing.
you.
We do.
Compliment,
Thank you
my
very
brother.
much.
And I used to like our former deputy president,
Moody.
Kijana.
Yeah.
Moody was fine, but Kijana was my favorite.
His English
I loved
was-
his diction.
yes.
He said, "We shouldn't hide our
I
cards
loved his diction
under
also.
the table. We need to totally."
You should see how you're doing your nose.
No, I loved it. I loved it. I love him so much. When he passed on, I queued for 4 hours to go see him.
Are you serious?
For real? Emmanuel laughs at me all the time.
Okay, I'm also getting shocked.
So, Barbara, how are you doing, man? How are you?
I'm good, my darlings. I've been thinking about something actually on my way here.
Yes.
Yesterday I had insomnia, so I started reading something. One of his articles, one of our local journalists wrote something about social pressure. And it just got me thinking. Most journalists, media personalities, artists, artists, or just the middle class in general, when they come across fame, opportunities, or money, or like new income, we tend to behave in a manner or get excited about it. So we start using a lot of it or spending or going beyond our means to the point that we start using what we don't have. We do everything for the gram. We show off a lot and we spend beyond our means. And it got me thinking, now that you're here, how have you planned, or just with Spice FM and now with the new fame that today you were in the newspapers, Eric?
No, look, I thank God I'm grounded.
Yes, which is a
so
good
that
thing.
That
Yeah.
really does help me. But one of the things you said that is so important, the thing that happens, which I've noticed, is that people around you begin to change.
Yes.
You don't really change. People around you start to change. Then you change later. So now what starts happening is somebody calls you with their wives. Eric, hello? I'm here with madam. They never used to behave like that. Or you
Yes.
walk into a room, as our CEO was saying, and then people get off the queue for you. So, and somebody opens the door for you. I remember once I had a friend's car. He told me he couldn't find parking. So he told me to just go around the CBD as he's doing some banking.
Yes.
So I went round and round, called him. He said, not yet. There's still a long
Yeah.
queue. So I decided to drive all the way up to some large hotel, just as you're exiting town. And the guy, what do they call the guys at the gate? The guys
The
who
valet.
the valet. The valet Oh my word. He stood straight, almost like I was the president, opened the door, gave me a salute. He was telling me, boss, because I was driving my friend's Range Rover.
Oh, right.
So people change fast before you start changing. So if you're not grounded,
But
you
maybe
start,
that's the work of the
especially-
ballet.
Listen, if you're not grounded, you start adjusting to the change people are. Because you're okay, then you see, Emmanuel was cool with me. All of a sudden, he's calling me 15 times. So I think you have to be cognizant to be grounded fast.
As an
also
individual.
There's also social pressure, as Barbara said. I remember when I used to do stand-up at another show, which is very famous in Kenya. Comedians would come, and then they'd really get famous. Like, they do one show, then they become super famous.
Yes.
Like, even when they walk on the street, people are saying hi to
They
them.
notice them.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're in a matatu, guys are looking at you funny. So the weird thing is, people would ask these comics, "Hey, we see you on TV and you're in a matatu. Kwani, what's going on?" So you're
Actually,
like,
sometimes the
fact
fame
that
does
I'm-
not equate to the money.
Yeah, sometimes the fame is not. The
No,
money.
but that's why I feel it's very important. The reason I'm saying you need to be grounded is
Yes.
because you needn't let people define who you are
That's
or who
true.
you should be.
Yes.
Because it's going to follow you to the house. Like,
Yes.
why? You mean you live here? Kohaka kaproti. You know, like people have that you have a perception of me is your business. It's not mine.
It's not my
So if you
business.
see me maybe having ndondo in a kibanda, I should not adjust to whatever for your sake.
Because
your
that is
problem.
me, and you
Yes.
should adjust to that.
I remember sometimes sometimes business the way it is. Sometimes payments would come late.
Yeah.
So you're a very famous comedian, but you don't have your rent because your payment
Eric,
has
stop
come late.
laughing. This is a very serious issue.
of course.
So the landlord is like, "Hey, you're a famous guy. I watch you every day. on
How come you
TV.
don't have money?
Why can't you pay your rent?"
Yeah.
So being famous and being on TV does not mean
Yeah.
that my payments are gonna come early.
I think
And I think this goes across the board, Barbara, even for just regular guys who just get a promotion, maybe.
Yeah.
So when now you get a promotion to a certain level is when now certain people now start talking to you.
Absolutely.
no. I also
remember
once
the story-
experienced it. Sorry,
Oh,
I
no, have I
interjected.
interrupted you?
No, it's okay.
Remember
darling.
the story you told me about someone saw you on another TV station, and then now they started talking to you.
Oh yes, totally. I was doing this show on television before I came on radio, and a random, an acquaintance, really, not even a friend. He started calling me elaborately. Like phone calls
All of a
night
sudden
after
your
night,
buddies.
like Erico, whoa, 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 even things I don't say. And I'm
Are
just
you
like,
sure
what?
he did that?
Yes, like those familiar things,
Yes.
or somebody saying Ikolomez, just to try and to have a rapport
Or with me.
and it was so fake.
And you could feel it.
And they put you in a precarious position because you can now call them out and start saying. And then the other thing is that people place a lot of requests. Like somebody sees you've launched Spice FM, they've seen you next to your boss, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so there's normally what happens? Hello, Eric. So now I supply branding.
Yeah, that
I
has
do this."
happened
And
to
I'm just
me.
like, come on, man. Like you had to wait and see me here for you to start. So yeah. So but if you're grounded, if you know who you are and whose you are.
I think.
Barbara, have
Then-
you ever gone through any social
Yes,
pressure?
I did for the time about let me say 7-6 years ago. I was caught up in all that rat race and excitement when all ladies were doing all the weaves and manner. If you notice, I have a haircut right now. I reached somewhere in my life, I noticed I was spending beyond my means. I used to buy very expensive weaves, anything between 40,000 to 6,000.
Good Lord. 40.
Yes, in the name of hair. Sometimes
That
I
is
wouldn't even
interesting.
have that money.
So
I
you'd get the money
So
from
the
where?
40K
I do trust me. I do not know how us women survive, but the Lord provides.
40 whooping thousand.
You want to make your hair. I want to look good. I want to be counted amongst these ladies. Yes,
the
because I think
40K
there was that
one is-
pressure that, and it was not that I succumbed to peer pressure, but I just realized I wanted to fit in. And fitting in needed for me to be seen with a certain look, I need to blend in. So I went an extra mile. And in the process, I was getting myself into debt.
Oh, shame.
It took a long time for me to realize who I am, be happy with myself. And you're saying, get grounded.
Yeah.
Because I was doing things that were just beyond my means.
As I keep saying, Emmanuel.
So you have to learn.
As I keep saying, comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
Our journeys are very different. We might be in the same bus, but you might be getting off in Gara.
Yes.
And I have to go all the way to, what is it called?
Thika Road.
Thika Road. So I can't get off where you're getting off.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you're getting off in Gara. So I
Yeah.
can't feel bad that I live farther than you. But maybe you're just getting off to Ngara to take 100 bob. So you go all the way to Nyeri. You know, yeah. So you can't, because people, again, in our generation especially, people put
Pressure.
they put the spotlight on what they want you to see. People don't show you. How many times have you gone, say, on Instagram and seen somebody recording him being locked out? Wacha kuniskuma kwa nyumba yangu. Nisijalipwa. Nobody ever does that. Or somebody taking a picture of just plain tea.
People take like I always ask the question: how come you're always in a luxurious place?
Yes,
on a
you know.
luxurious bed.
I take pictures
Always
from
in
my
a
home,
hotel.
cooking. I do different things personally.
No, you know what we mean. What
But
we're
I
trying
get
to
what you're
say is
saying.
that people put a spotlight on what they
On
want
good things.
they want you to see.
Yes.
So a new cloth, or I just bought Bulgari or whatever, or a car.
Louis Vuitton.
The baby just arrived. Somebody takes a sign of the Mercedes, and
Yes.
so on and so forth. But nobody shows you the darker side.
And the problems.
it's true that
Yes.
all of us have skeletons.
Yes.
We don't have money. Some of us are trying to get
And
babies.
it's normal not to
and
have
it's
money
normal.
sometimes.
In fact, you say that, and something just hit me.
Uh-huh.
Kisangani, I wrote something down. I was reading earlier. This was from Lupita Nyong'o. She said, "I am learning to deeply value my human rights to be imperfect."
That's good. Please repeat that.
I am learning to deeply value my human rights to be imperfect.
Imperfect.
Yes.
And I thought that is fantastic. So
Yes.
sometimes we are looking at your spotlight, and then you're like, wow.
What is wrong with me?
And that's terrible. You need.
But you know, some social pressure just comes. It's not something that you want to, but it comes.
Yes, in fact, it leads me to what I wanted to tell you guys how I am rather.
Yes.
In the last about a year ago, I was combing my hair, and then I came across a very distinct white hair.
I have 4
No, me.
Where
I
are they,
didn't have-
Barbara?
on my hand.
So
just-
I
not my side. You know, I shave my sides, but
I-
oh my God!
I appreciate
Enrique, I will
Barbara
deal
that-
with you after the
So
show.
I appreciate that maybe some people get white hair early,
Yes.
but some people get it. But me, I'm at that age when I didn't have white hair, and I'm turning like 38 this year. So I'm like, I think now I'm growing old.
You
Right?
shouldn't. I have
So
a
in fact,
girlfriend of
I
mine who
remember-
has beautiful white hair.
Yes, I think I've met her.
Yes,
I remember
yeah.
I was at the kinyozi once,
Yeah.
and the lady was combing my hair, and then I think she saw the white hair and thought it was some sort of dirt. So she started pulling it like. So I'm like, no, that's my hair. Then she's like, oh, sorry, you're niño leako. So okay, my point is, when I saw that, I think it put me through some sort of early midlife crisis. Like I changed my hairstyle. You know, I felt like, hey, I'm getting old. So in fact, my wife is the one who pointed out. She was like, are you going through a midlife crisis? Because now I changed how my hair, I stopped knowing that number 1 hairstyle. You know, the one all politicians have.
All round.
Yeah, the Kenyan hairstyle.
Yes.
So I put a new box.
A new fade.
haircut.
Box punk look.
Yeah. I started getting a, better dress. I started looking at dapper granddads, And then I started thinking, maybe there are many people, especially guys who listen to Spice FM, you're at that age where you're going through a midlife crisis. So maybe you're buying things which you don't need to buy. Because it's real
Or
pressure.
attaching yourself to things that you don't need.
Yes, it's real
Yes.
pressure because you can find yourself buying a very expensive car,
Yeah.
and maybe you haven't finished paying school fees for your
All
children.
right. Yeah.
But
well,
maybe they
that's
have budgeted for that. Apparently, men, if they have this dream, if they wanted car X, and they have decided they'll save for it, whether they've paid school fees or not, if it was in their plan, they'll get it.
No, but
there's
I
a
don't think
gentleman who told me that.
Should
a friend of mine.
it be at the expense of your children's fees? You
Now
know?
that is a question.
I don't think it
I don't-
should be.
yeah.
But I think change is as good as a rest, eh? You need to change. But be you going through a midlife crisis, I think I find a lot of men, especially African men, very drab. I try to be on the age about how I dress because of the things I like, which is another long topic we would have. I once was at a store buying some undergarment, and I had this lady.
Why are you laughing?
No, that specificity has got to be off guard.
So what happened was this lady. It was a unisex store. The lady came out and she looked so delighted. You could tell her face
That
was
you were buying
beaming.
undergarments.
Not me, to her friend. And then she looked at her friend and she was smiling. She's like, "You like it, right?" And she's like, "Sweetie, no." And she was so distraught. She went back, removed that, and she kept staring while they were leaving the store. So we also keep ourselves in these boxes for if Barbara doesn't approve it because she's my friend, I will not take it.
And that shouldn't
But
be the case.
yes, but if I am happy, Kisangani, in your case with white beards and so on and so forth, I would don it. Anyway.
My father usually says something.
Barbara,
Be yourself.
Hold that quote about your dad. We're just going to go on a very, very short break. You're on 94.4 Spice FM. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. And the conversation is just heating up. So please don't touch that dials. In the room, and if it's your first time tuning in, we want to welcome you to this amazing, amazing show where we have authentic, no filters conversations every day of the week from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. And if you're driving your car, if you're on Langata Road, if you live around Madaraka Estate, or if you live in South B, or if you're in your car around South B area, we are on 94.4 FM. And please don't touch that dial because the show is going to get hot and hot and hot. And I'm hanging out with my people.
All right, a very good evening to you. My name is Eric Omondi. Listen, if you're in the Nyeri area, Runda, Riverside, Kiambu, or in Kandara, Mathioya, or Muranga region, we are on 94.4. And if you're all the way down at the coast, Chuda area, Nyali, Mikindani, or even Kisauni, we are on 87.9. But if you're still in the office, as Emmanuel said earlier, you needn't worry at all. We are on www.spicefm.co.ke.
This is the Duchess of Ikolomani, also known as Barbara Mbaka. If you are in Nyeri, tune in on 97.6. If you're in Eldoret or the Nandi County, that is 96.7. If you're in Kisumu Dala, and that is Kisiaya, Kisi, Kakamega, Ikolomani, that is 102.5. And if you're in Nakuru, that is 96.0. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE. Let me repeat that. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE. That is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let me give a shout out to Peter K. Kibisu. Thank you for tuning in. I've heard you want a track from UB40. Have you had that, Emmanuel?
Peter K. Kibiso, our producer, has had that, and I think she's on her computer trying to look for UB40. And even if she didn't get UB40 today, I'm sure down the line she's going to play it for you. We have an amazing show lined up. We have a very hot topic at the top of the hour. And if you want to call in on 0719 012 600. That is 0719 012 600. Back to the show. Barbara, before we went to the break, you were giving us a quote by your father, which, your father may be tuned in, huh?
Yes,
and then he'll say, "Uyo kichana naitwa Emmanuel. He alikata my quote. He said something interrupted you. Tell us that."
My
quote.
father always says this, and it's instilled in all his children. Be yourself and learn to love yourself.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think that's what actually reminded me to get myself grounded when I noticed I was straying away and getting a lot of
40,000 weaves.
Can you?
That 40K
But I looked
weave.
good. You should look. I'll give you pictures. I'm looking hot.
That 40K weave is human hair.
Yes.
It's so interesting, Eric. Somebody cuts their own hair and goes and buys human hair.
Sweetie,
Like
you can't
your hair
understand.
was
You
already
cannot understand how what there are
is so
wigs
strange.
and weaves. Women go through a lot of problems.
I was trying to understand the women's hair from some Chris Rock documentary.
Yes, I've seen
And
that.
It was very complex. Anyway, back to what your father said.
Yes.
Somebody once said that you should love yourself as you so deeply desire that someone else loves you.
Yes.
Yes, so I think I agree with your dad 100%. I will tell you quickly how I am.
Yes.
A friend of mine told me in a lot of pain. He was fraught with silence because he kept gazing at the horizon. And I asked him why. He was looking at the horizon intently. He was decidedly looking almost at the ceiling of the sky. But I asked him what the problem was. So he said he's very worried that he may have said the L word way earlier.
In the
I said,
relation-
what do you mean by L? He said, I was hanging out with this chick I really like. And then we were hugging and I said, I love you. And she just pulled away and sort of cleared her throat and proceeded to point at trees. She's like, anyway, these trees are tall. These trees are tall. So it begs the question for me, when is the appropriate time, Barbara, would you say to say I love you?
How did that guy react?
He's
the lady
completely
should have said
embarrassed.
thanks.
He's beside himself with sadness now. He's beside himself with sadness.
Okay, the lady should have said thanks.
No. That's heartless.
Somebody has
Somebody-
poured their heart
Let
and
me
told
tell
you
you,
they
let
love
me
you
tell you,
deeply.
Barbara.
In
If
fact,
I
he said,
can't
he
say
said
it, I'll say thanks.
He said he cleared his throat, and then he said he looked at her deep
Okay,
in
I'm
the eye.
supposed to say what?
Barbara,
Thank
let
you.
me tell you what he did. He looked at her deep in the eye,
I'm looking at
intently.
you. Let me look at you
And
deep
then
in
he
the
said,
eye.
by the way, let's call the lady Agnes. He said, by the way, Agnes, I love you. And Agnes turned very quickly and cleared her throat. I said, those trees are so tall.
Agnes, you should have said
Let me tell you.
thanks.
The reason I'm laughing is I can feel that guy. You know, Barbara, saying thanks is one of the
What
most
is wrong with saying
heartless.
thanks?
It's one of the most, because you see, saying I love you to a chick exposes you. You get, you're exposed.
It also exposes us
It's
women.
like walking without any clothes. Like you're that exposed.
Oh, don't be
So
extra.
if I expose myself and then you tell me thank you, honestly.
I am better off than Agnes, who said, look at the trees.
She was traumatized. The guy says Agnes was traumatized. Like she looked like she was. You know
Okay,
the way these
Agnes was
proposal-
not expecting it.
Do you know these proposal videos where somebody says, "Will you?" expectedly, and then the lady turns and says, "No, I won't." And the guy is just crushed there, and like he's not believing. The
Yeah.
knee is there, and the lady has walked.
So
through
your
the
friend
room.
is crushed?
Yeah, so he's sort of crushed.
So do you think that maybe the timing was wrong? Or
Yeah,
he hadn't
I think
courted
the
her for long enough? She's just a heartless chick.
I
She's
told
not
him,
heartless.
I told him that people don't owe you to love you.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
I
is
told him
true.
that. But I told him what I would do. I said that if somebody told me they loved me and I wasn't ready, I say I appreciate and I feel the love.
What's the difference with that and thanks?
I appreciate
What
how
is
you
thank
feel.
you? What is
Yeah,
thank you?
at
No,
What
it's
is
different.
thank you?
I tell you,
Thank you is an appreciative
No, no,
word.
No. I tell you why that's very
Thanks
nice.
is
huh?
what you get when someone gives you change. Check it, thanks, then you go.
Yeah. I tell you why that method of Eric is perfect, because when you say I appreciate, you're
You guys are softies.
like you're acknowledging his effort.
Yes. I totally would say that. There are tons of women in my many friendships and situationships who have gazed at me and said, Eric, I love you.
Also, a
But
chick
not in
telling
that
you
voice.
they love you also is funny. They should
No,
wait for the guy to tell them.
Oh my God, why?
Putting
It's
the guy
an
under
open
pressure
stage.
and telling him
It's
I
an
love you.
open time right now. Anyone can tell you they love you.
No, the chicks should wait for the guy to say.
Emmanuel, just
I
too
wouldn't
old
like
school.
a
You're
chick-
just too
I
old
wouldn't
school.
like a
No.
chick-
Emmanuel is a chauvinist.
No, honestly.
No. Why? Why
Can
can't
you
a
imagine
woman
the
tell you they
pressure-
love you?
Can you imagine?
There's
can you
a lot of
imagine-
pressure.
Can you
I've
imagine
been
the
told.
pressure if a chick tells you I love you and then you tell them thanks?
There's a lady who would never quite told me she loves me. What she did was she just like, so how do you feel about me? She does that with the intervals of maybe 8 weeks. She's like, how do you feel about me?
But
So I'm
women
like,
like
you know,
that.
you're a personable person. You're really funny and we get along. And then one day she just went. She's just like, I am tired of you saying I am a personable person. I am tired. I'm ready for other words. So and I just,
I'm sorry.
I think asking how do you feel about me is better.
No, Emmanuel,
But
I'm
now
not
saying
amused.
I love you, then you
I'm-
stare
Emmanuel,
at me
I'm not
in the
amused
eye,
that you don't want a
and I
woman.
just met you yesterday. I'm like, hi,
Okay, no, it doesn't mean they met yesterday. I think this is something your friend was going
No,
through.
even
there are
after a
chicks, there
year.
are chicks who meet you, and
I think
you
I
know,
love you means very different things to different people.
Yes, and these days
what
we joke around with the word.
my policy is, if I am not quite there yet, I would say I appreciate and I respect and I feel the love.
Okay, I think I'll start using that. Like, I'm sorry to everyone I told thanks.
That
Yeah,
thanks
that
is
thanks
very
thing.
rude. In
It's
fact,
not
there's a
rude.
lady I know who used to say, when you tell her, when you say, I love you, Kisengani, she'd say, I love YouTube.
That's a very smart woman.
that is a worse
and
chick than that.
I think I was chick than me.
She'd be like, I love YouTube. And then when you want to argue, she'd be like, I never ever said I loved you. I used to say I love YouTube.
Have you ever seen those? Have you ever experienced those ladies who send you a text like "I miss you" and then they pressure you to reply and say "I miss you too"? Maybe you don't miss them.
How do you pressure?
also these
Who is
ladies-
pressuring you to say I
but
miss you?
also
Do you
these
have
ladies-
your
they
own
ask
phone?
you. They ask you why didn't you reply to my "I miss you"?
And then what
Like
do you
why,
do?
especially on text, why did you ignore my "I miss you"?
So what do you say?
Because I don't.
It's the
miss you.
same thing. Just say thanks. What is wrong with you two?
No, that
No, I
is-
think I appreciate and feel the miss is better.
I appreciate and feel the miss.
Yeah, or the missment, whatever you want to say.
Eric, you have too
No, Eric.
much
Now
words
that
in
you're
your
telling
mouth.
us that story, you can bundle it up to tell us what's on your mind today, man.
Well, that's very interesting that I say that. I was reading again earlier in the week. You know Dwayne Johnson,
Yes, The Rock.
aka The Rock.
If you smell,
I love that man's body.
So Dwayne Johnson he wed a lady called Lauren Hashian, I think. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Yes.
Over this past weekend in Hawaii, after 12 years. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah,
5, 6, all the way 12.
I saw that
After
today.
12 years of being together, and they have 2 babies. They have a 1-year-old
So they were
son.
living in sin.
Okay, that's
Debatable.
debatable again. So, but what got me thinking about this? Why this story was very fascinating to me. Of course, they've eventually gotten married.
Yes.
But why this story was so fascinating to me? You know, once before we've discussed on this show how people are very quick to start a relationship. Like you go on 4 coffee dates and somebody starts asking you what you are.
What do you want?
So
with me?
would it maybe be then a good idea to wait for 12 years? But then I have
I'm not doing those things.
I have 2 questions, Kisengani. The question number 1 is, are Kenyan women especially in a big rush to be fianced or even married?
Eric, I'm going to answer you after I tell you about a very amazing travel magazine. You're tuned into 94.4 Spice FM. Don't touch that dial.
How well do you know your country? Given a chance, where would you go? Not so many places, huh? Would you even know?
Spice your life. And before we went on the break and I put on that very amazing story about Travelogue, I had interrupted you, Mr. Eric Omondi.
Yeah, in fact, I was looking at Travelogue with my upcoming trip to Lamu.
It's actually a really dope magazine.
It
It's
is,
laid out
actually.
excellently.
I
Yeah.
love it. You have to check it out every Thursday on this time.
So we're doing a trip.
Yeah.
Anyway, very quickly, I was saying, if you're just joining us, you're 94.4. But I'd read earlier in the week about Dwayne Johnson, or AKA The Rock,
The Rock.
who wed his long time, I think they were fianced, I don't know.
Yes.
But a lady called
We've been
Laurel
engaged for 12 years.
Haitian over this past weekend in Hawaii. And they have 2 babies, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And
an
Dwayne-
18-year-old.
No, that's from a previous
This marriage, yeah.
So Dwayne decided to put a ring on it after 12 years. So it got me thinking, do Kenyan women rush too much into this need to be married? And number 2, do men take too long to commit?
No, I don't think
In
so.
the case of Emmanuel,
I
yes.
don't think men take long.
Emmanuel is always in committed.
In his
ring.
committed
I know
relationships.
Barbara wanted to attack me immediately. It's like she was just waiting for you to ask.
I like.
No, Emmanuel. No. No, I think I don't think they. I don't think.
Are you speaking for men or women?
I'm speaking for myself. Huh?
Okay.
You guys like dissing me that I took 7 years to engage.
Like
to,
a Rwanda-
to marry. To marry my
Rwanda
wife.
presidential term.
Had you
dated
fianced,
for 7
but,
years.
I meant to ask, had you fianced your wife or she was just your girlfriend for 7 years?
Yeah, she was just my girlfriend.
So if you fianced her at the tail
You
end
should
of
really
Barbara,
appreciate that woman.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate that.
you fianced her at the tail end of the 7th
Yes,
year.
I
All right.
I
So you
fianced
dated
her.
for 7 years.
Yeah, we dated for
Awesome.
7
It's a
years,
good
and
thing.
I was going through different places in my life. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I met her, my business was going on well,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went through a dip, and then like there was always something that was happening that was delaying
right.
this.
Okay.
But I think we got to need. I'm happy I didn't marry her earlier on because she used to pressure me. She was like asking me, "When are we marrying? When are we
So
marrying?"
you feel Kenyan women pressure?
Okay, that one, she was pressuring me. She used to go home, she talks to her sister, then they chochana, and then she comes home and she comes to my house and starts telling me, when am I marrying her? But for me, I think the longer you date, the better. Because you get to know each other properly. Like you go through, like you grow out of the honeymoon period where you just love the size of her waist. And then now you start knowing her properly as a person.
But a lady can argue that you can get to know her better and knowing doesn't stop. So you can marry her and then you know her from your matrimonial.
Eric, what do you
line.
think? What do you think?
that's-
Are we pushy?
That's, well, I'm not married yet. 'Cause
But do you think Kenyan women are pushy?
I've never, to be very honest, I can only speak from a point of reference from somebody else.
Yes.
I've never yet met somebody who pushed me because I'm not a pushover. You'd push me and then you push the
You'll
one.
be pushed back.
You refuse to be pushed.
Eric will push you
can't
back.
Push me. So, but my argument is this, Kisiangani,
Mm-hmm.
also in an attempt to answer you. It would be, a lady would argue, rightfully so, that upon marrying me, we can get to know that knowing each other you want in your house.
No, but you see now
I
I'm
don't
committed.
think Kenyan ladies are pushy. No, I don't think Kenyan ladies are pushy. I think every woman you meet, depending in reference, you meet is at a different stage in their life. So there are those ones who just want to date, or there are those ones who are looking for marriage, and there are those ones who are just they will seem pushy because again, there are women who cannot stand to be dated for 7 years, and there are women after 2 years will be
But
like,
why am
no.
I there, Sayun?
No, I'm just giving. Let me give an example. Okay, let me give an example of myself.
Yes.
I got married to my ex-husband. After 2 years, in my head, I told myself, if this man does not marry, I'd actually put a date in my head, November 31st. I was like, by November 31st, if this man does not propose, I'm leaving him. And I think the God spoke to him because I was like, excuse me, it's 2.5
that
years.
is a-
What are we doing?
That's a lot of pressure.
2.5 years
No,
only.
I did not tell him. I did not tell him. But it was in my mind. And I was praying about it. And women, we do.
But to those praying for things.
Yeah.
No,
praying
we are
for-
going to, yes, different people, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
There was a lady.
So
Barbara.
yes, 2 years worked for me, and I felt after 2 years I was ready And for
But
Emmanuel, it will be
where are
7.
you hurrying to? The guy is still with you, as in you guys are still dating.
Don't waste my
He's
time.
No, what do you mean waste
Don't
your time?
waste my time.
He's still with you. He's not.
And that's why I'm
look-
saying for different women, everyone is different.
I hear you,
Another
brother.
one will be, it's the timing. Another one will prefer.
Maybe
after-
Emmanuel, when you
Yeah.
meet, say, a lady who is broody, kabisa, needs to start
Really?
coping. No, there's some of that.
Yes.
There's a lady I was talking to over coffee the other day, and she said, Eric, to be very honest with you, even a year, if I give a man a year of my life now, I'm being too lenient.
Yes.
6 months, I know what we're doing, and boom, we're getting married.
Do you
And
know
I
after
told her-
6 months
I
you
said,
know?
I said to her, I said, bless your heart. I'm sure somebody's cross to bear, but
Yeah.
for me, I would need as long as I need. I can even need like Emmanuel 7 plus
Yeah.
his previous.
Even-
No,
age.
I know people
I think
who are
forever
married for 50
for
years.
me, Barbara. Forever is a long time to be rushed
You and
because of your.
forever.
Yes, forever is a long time. Like you see now, you in your case, you rushed in and then now you
I
came
did
out.
not
Yes,
rush.
You see, you came out.
You see those ultimatums.
You see ultimatum. Now you came out. Maybe you should have
I
prayed for
beg
long.
to
I
disagree,
remember
and that is
I remember
debatable.
my ex-girlfriend used to tell me things like, I have a car, I have a house, what are we waiting for? Jackie, you have a car, you have a house, what are we waiting for?
And what?
Jackie, we are waiting for me to duck. So I think that's
Maybe
that's
one
the
of
social
these
pressure.
tentative shows, we need to actually talk about what would be the precursor for somebody to actually.
But I know
get married.
people who, I have a friend who they've dated for 4 months and they got married. And I remember that particular person. In fact, we were asking her, are you pregnant? What is it? Oh, we were not understanding. 4 months was too short. And I do agree. Do you know, as we speak right now, they've been married for 8 years and they're blessed with 3 children. So it is not the same for
Again,
everyone.
Barbara, what we talk
For
about.
you, you need
and I
forever.
agree.
You need
No,
like
no, no,
4
I don't
years.
need forever.
Emmanuel needs 7 years.
No, Barbara, the heart, as I was saying yesterday, the heart wants what it wants.
yes.
The heart is
If
not
we,
so smart.
yeah, no, I said it wants what it wants. If we are in tandem about how we feel about each other,
Yes.
and we are agreeing, I'm not so big on feelings. Those feeling things are funny for me.
I know.
So I adhere to the thought of sensibility. Does it make sense to me for these arrangements
To continue.
to materialize? Now, if it makes sense to me and it happens to make sense to you at the same time, then we can partner in marriage.
And I hope you finished your point. And
I
I tell
wasn't,
you what,
but
Eric.
I'm a gentleman.
Oh, thank you. But I tell you what, Eric. You see, marriage. The reason I don't mind, and even my wife came around to this thought. The reason you have to marry, take a long time dating, is marriage is not easy. Right. I know it's a cliche statement that marriage is not easy, but it's actually, as someone who's in it, it's not
work.
easy. And it even ties to what's on my mind, because I was talking about how men. Like men, you know, the way men go to bars every Friday. Okay, some men go every day.
Yes.
You know, not to drink so many drinks, but just to have a therapy session.
Yes.
And
As in
here
a
men
place-
don't go. They don't like getting home at 7. You cannot watch the news with the missus.
No,
That's what you guys say. You need to come in
Yeah,
after
maybe
I
9.
don't have any
Uh,
misses. May I go to my house
maybe you
whenever.
want some quiet, but I know many. Like for me, I meet some of my friends maybe on a Friday evening, and then we talk. Like I remember I was hanging out with another friend of mine who's about to get married, and he, after like an hour, he started sharing very deep things about his business. His business was going through a tough time, you know, about the way he has pressure to do a wedding, and his business has failed right now, and he then have money to do a normal wedding, and his girlfriend Diane wants to do a normal
And he
wedding.
can't speak to the girlfriend.
So I think this staying for long helps because you're able to know, you're able to know each other. And then number 2, when you get into marriage, marriage is not as easy as people think.
Can I say that
In
the
fact,
bias-
many times you need a friend to be talking to all the time. I know Eric likes complaining that I call him all the time to tell him my marriage
his
stories.
Therapy.
Most
Yeah.
of my married friends call me, especially on Saturdays morning, to download their frustrations.
I also
from
have the
way.
same thing. It's not download. It's just therapy.
No, but I'm not a therapist. Anyway.
No,
so the
it
thing-
feels nice. Check it. So this chick, was it this chick? Yeah. Let me tell you, I don't know why I married this chick. Check Eric. What did she
Then
do?
2 days
now?
later, we see you
Then
with the same
later
chick in
tomorrow,
church.
hey, you're here in church together. Sema Mrs. Kisani. How are you?
Let me tell you, at the gym I formerly used to go to, the attendant would tell me that he had a difficult time to let go of men. It would get to 11 o'clock, when is the time she's supposed to close, and guys would just sit around
the
with their
gym.
towels. They don't want to go home. They were waiting for maybe midnight so that their wives would sleep.
Yeah,
Because they were
that
dreading to
happens.
go and talk to them. Can you imagine?
Then
So
why
I
are you in
think
this
marriage-
relationship
I think
again?
marriage is
Relationship is
actually.
very interesting. And at the top of the hour, the hot topic is what are the deal breakers in relationships? Like, what are the things, like, when you get into
I
a
cannot wait
relationship
for it.
are a deal breaker
I
for
cannot wait for it. I have a long list. You want to keep it 94.4.
Yeah, like a deal breaker would be maybe a stop sign, something you cannot tolerate. You're like, hey, me, if you did this, me, I'm out of this.
Because they never change those things. Anyway, we
Yes,
talk
it's
about
true.
it.
They never
we'll talk
change.
about it.
Can I ask you, Kisengani, could you say that the bar is your therapy? Or for men, not only you.
No, I think so. Because that's
That's
the
like
only
your
place-
therapeutic place.
I think that's the only place you can. Okay, I'm not saying it's the only place. It's one of the places where you can just go and be real. And then, especially after you've had a few drinks, you can even cry. Check is so.
You cry in the bar.
She slapped me. Then she calls you, Chikele. No, I'm coming back. I'm coming. Okay, so she slapped me. You see, like you can
No,
be. I don't know about you, Eric, but I feel like that's a place.
Is that your support system? Can I call it your support? Or, for example, would you say Eric is your support system?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, I think so.
Look at his face. He's not even believing you're saying that.
No. I don't mind. I mean, Maya Angelou used to say that when you learn, you teach. When you get, you give. And I do that, and I receive counsel from tons of my friends about this and that of life. So totally.
And in fact, Barbara, there are some ladies who want to cut you off from that support system. Like, I know sometimes
Yes,
when I'm
that
talking
happens.
to Eric, I keep referring to you on this show for too many
Meaning,
references.
yes.
But sometimes when I'm calling Eric, my wife is like, now you guys are going to talk for 1 hour, eh? You guys are... No, come in it. But now there's some extreme ladies who want to cut you off completely.
Yes.
They don't
from that
understand.
support.
I have a particular friend
Yeah.
of mine whose wife doesn't like me at all.
What did you do?
Nothing I did at all. They just, I think that's the chain of thought that Emmanuel is trying
You guys
to
are too
provide.
close.
No,
but
we
why
are not
don't
too
you
close.
guys talk
Like
to your wives?
my-
Why do you want to go and talk to your friends?
My-
Yet you also have a problem when women try and unleash or use their support system.
I think
You're like,
what
you talk
I've
to them
heard,
about your girls.
what I've heard from a lot of my male friends who are married
Mm-hmm.
is that women seldom compliment them. They complain a lot. So it becomes very difficult. So
Yes.
when you complain, you squeeze his ego.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just like, I wish what did I get for a man? What did I get? I should have married a cabbage. Most women talk
No,
and
it's
then
true.
you
It's
can,
true.
can
As
you-
women sometimes can really demoralize and break a man, and we do that so many times without even knowing. And at worst, it ends up making the man fall off the wagon, and that's why we have things like affairs or him being aloof and etc.
And then can you go tell your girlfriend or your wife, Enye, I don't have money for rent for this month?
You should learn to tell your wife
They'll
that,
start,
not tell your boys.
no.
You see, that's where you go wrong.
The problem now is the reaction.
Because your wife can help you out of
Maybe
this.
she'll start worrying. She'll start calling you every 5 minutes. Jackie, how are we going to pay? In fact, my wife used to have that problem. Jackie, what are we going to do? We're only remaining with 12,440. No, we have 30 more days for the month. You see?
Then you think she's listening. Then she's like, then you're like, no. I'll sort it out.
No,
Sorry.
you guys, you need to just give more credit to your women.
Tell us about the support structure women have.
Okay, women have very good support structure. I'll give an example of my support structure. I have a church support structure and I have a social support structure. Where if I'm having something, I have friends I can bounce. I'm like, hey, I call this lady up. I have I'm not allowed to say, let me say her name. She'll hit me back after. I have a friend called Claire. So I'll call Claire up. I'm like, I'm going through something. In fact, I just need to text her. And from my texts, she will know like...
You can tell from your
Yes,
handwriting.
and she'll just tell me, can we meet? Or even if she tells me, can we meet? We will sit, we will talk, we'll have cocktails, we'll have dinner. We will just waste time. And with time, we just unload what is on our mind.
Are you going to
and
cry
for
on each other's shoulders?
we do. If there's need to cry, we'll cry. And same case to my church ladies. I have a support structure. We call each other, babe, darling. When I am down, they'll come to my house. We will pray and we'll talk about our problems. But we will not rush into bars. So that's the difference. Or we'll not call each other in the middle of the night for 1 hour.
Barbara, hold that thoughts. You're hanging out with the adults in the room on 94.4 Spice FM. We're about to hit the hot topic at the top of the hour, which is what are the deal breakers in the relationships you've had? My name is Mike.
I would like to hear
Please
Eric's.
stay tuned. We'll be back. Bobby Brown CD. And he became my hero immediately. You're on Spice FM 94.4. You hang out with the adults in the room, the home of some of the most authentic not even some of the most, the home of the most authentic conversation that you could ever find in Nairobi. I'm hanging out with my people.
All right, you said that right, Emmanuel. We have the adults in the room where we have no holds barred conversations about the these and that of women and the men who love them. Listen, I just want to pass a shout out to Joseph Sangoro all the way in Mombasa and Steve Nyash from Siaya who are listening. Our frequency in Kisumu is 102.5. We are in Kapsabet at 96.7, Nandi County and Kapenguri on the same frequency. And if you're all the way down in Eldoret, we're on 96.7. My name is Eric Omondi. If you're perhaps wondering if you can catch us live online, one day no more, just go to www.spicefm.co.ke.
My name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. You can tune in if you're in Eldoret, that is 96.7, and if you're in Malindi, that is 97.6. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You could also send us an SMS on 40127. Let me repeat that. That is 40127. And our telephone number is 0719-012-600.
Barbara, you said that so well. A friend of mine, his name is Njoro. He came back. I met him in Dubai.
Yes.
And he came back to live in Kenya. You know, he said he got tired of living outside the country. He wanted to stay with his people. Mm-hmm. He said he's tuned in and he's enjoying the topics.
Oh, that is nice.
Our topics are so related. Another friend of mine called Geoffrey, he's saying he's heading to Kino. He lives around Kino area. I won't say where it is specifically, just in case he has a stalker. So he says he's tuned in, and he tuned in from the top of the hour.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
That is
Welcome, Mjoro, and who else?
Geoffrey,
Karibu sana.
Yes, and
just before we went on a break, we were talking about women's support system, and we were wrapping up the topic, Barbara. Just in our rejoinder, I just want to tell a lot of men, myself included, I keep reminding myself this. Mm-hmm. Emmanuel, where women beat us is that women are ever so present in each other's lives.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You realize they don't particularly solve any problem per se. They're just present. You know, like women are very emotional. Yes. Men love to fix things. We are very logical.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that if Emmanuel is going through something, my immediate inclination is to fix it. So like, I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what to do. Let's solve it. When you come, we'll do this. So what I admire about women, which men need to ape, just be present and listen.
Hear it out.
Just listen, hear it out. I like what you said about most men who go to bars. Just, you know, that talking it out. It's therapeutic. Just talking it out. I have another support system, a group of men called Muscles. We meet every Tuesday and we just talk. It's nobody judges somebody. It's not religious inclined. We talk. So you can come, like in Emmanuel's case. The only thing at Muscles is that we don't drink alcohol, but we talk. We talk sober thoughts and we advise each other.
Emmanuel,
the other thing we learned very quickly is that
it's far from
the other thing in winding up, what we learned very quickly is that somebody has gone before you in life and you're not doing life alone.
Yes.
It may seem like you're doing it alone, but somebody has an experience about a divorce they went through. Like there are tons of women, if they heard your story about how you ended your marriage, they'll feel encouraged.
Yes.
You know? But men feel like they're in this dark cocoon. Like
they don't want to speak out.
The world. Yeah. So just in winding up, and I think it's a conversation we need to have in tentative shows about ways and modules men especially
that need to
have an outlet. So
I agree with you on that.
Because depression and now murder cases have
and
gone
mental
on rocket high, especially in men.
Yeah, that's very important. And as I was telling people just before we went on the top of the hour, we want to discuss deal breakers when it comes to relationships. Like just to give this story some context. When I was growing up back in the day, when I was still in the dating game, I used to eliminate women out of my life just by the basis of looking at their feet. So I'd look at, I don't know, and it used to happen so subconsciously. So I'd look at your face, then I look at your feet.
We also look at your feet.
So when I see...
You guys look at the shoes.
We look at both the feet and the shoes.
When I see a serious toe, I'm like,
what does the toe has to do?
I don't know, but I used to look at that. And then another thing I used to look at are the hands.
Is it a Bukusu thing?
I don't know. I think it was just something that I had. So I'd also look at the hands. If your hands are, rough and heavy,
That's a hard-working woman.
Like when she says hi to you with her hand, you feel like anakukanyaga. I'm like, this chick, her hands are heavy, her feet. So that would be a deal breaker for me. It was weird, but for me, I'd be like, we cannot.
That was the first instance.
Yeah, we cannot relate
Eric,
anymore.
you, number one.
Let me tell you, man. You know, we could do this show until tomorrow.
Yes.
Because my list is many.
And I know it is
go
long.
from as simple thing as punctuality.
Yeah, I know punctuality.
If we agreed that we are meeting at 10 o'clock, for crying out loud,
Don't show up late.
don't show up late. Now, if you're going to show up late, for one reason or the other, mapera you are eating choked you, and they had to squeeze your stomach so that it comes out, and you have to be resuscitated because you
Yeah, you're looking
fainted.
for a very far-fetched story.
Yeah.
So that it makes sense why you're late.
Yes, supposing you had that mapera incident.
Yes.
And or you anticipate the mapera incidents, it would be prudent. Prudence dictates that 25 or 30 minutes before your mapera incident that may take an hour,
Oh.
you text me and say, I'm about to swallow something and it will go into my windpipe. So I'll be
Eric,
there
you're
at
being
11.
extra.
No.
I'll tell you, but in Kenya, there are many factors that can make
Yes,
you get
traffic
late,
jam.
genuinely.
You need to be very...
This
you
guy is
cannot-
actually a latecomer. That's why
I
he's
am not a
defending.
latecomer. You guys were spoiling my name on the air.
This guy is defending
You
latecomers.
guys, Josie, the CEO said the way he was listening on the way home. You guys, you want him to think I'm a latecomer? I come early. I'm an early bird. But
Yeah,
I'm telling
so-
you, Eric, sometimes you get late maybe because the matters.
Leave early.
You've left.
Leave
what
early.
No,
time is that?
sometimes you can actually leave
No,
early
no,
and
no.
run late.
No.
Those
leave
mats from
Yes.
Kitengela, sometimes they flip up at this mall.
Everybody lives in
South Beach.
Kitengela.
And then they go through Jogoro.
Why you just... Okay, punctuality is a no-no for you.
No. See, we are talking about things that are deal breakers for me.
for-
But
yeah.
I'm meeting you. Look, Emmanuel. I'm giving you an opportunity to be
If
the
Emmanuel was
best you
a
can
chick,
be. You know,
would
there's
you
no
be left?
second time for first impressions, right? We've agreed we are meeting on Friday at 7 o'clock. All right? So I schedule there's once, I'll tell you a personal story. I called this lady. I was trying to get to know her. I was being the gentleman that I always am. I said, look, I'll pick you at 8 o'clock p.m. So the plan was we were going to have dinner and then we watch a late night movie, right? So I called her at 5 because I didn't want to thump that thing that, punctuality. So I said, look, as we said 5 days ago and 3 days ago and yesterday, I'll pick you at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So how I've planned my night, the dinner has been reserved at 8:30.
So you need to get there by 30
Yes,
minutes?
and then I'll get there maybe in 15 minutes where we're going to go to some Chinese restaurant. And then later on, we're going to go for a drink. And then maybe after that, we watch a movie and then we can go someplace else. Is that fine? She said, no, that's
Totally okay with me.
fine. So I told her, I've actually reserved the table and that place gets really busy. So you want to keep time. I'm just telling you, no pressure.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock, I sent her a text. I said, 8 o'clock, I'll be leaving mine at 7:30. Are we good? She's like, totally, getting ready. I get to her house. I actually
She hasn't showered.
I go to her house at 7:50 p.m. So I got to the parking, parked nicely, called her. She didn't pick, sent her a text. I said, at the parking. No
She was
response,
showering.
didn't pick. 8, texted her, hey, still here? How far are you? Quiet. 8:15, I texted her, I said, where about are you? Are we good? All well? Nothing. 8:30, I reversed, went back home.
Oh my God.
You guys, you've spent a huge chunk of your life waiting for chicks. The other day,
Exa-
you're waiting for a chick.
With a bag of milk
Now
and the
you're
cereals.
waiting.
No.
Maybe
this
that's
was-
why it's a deal breaker.
No, no,
Maybe
no.
you've been
Yeah, I
traumatized.
think yes, I have to agree.
No, I left. You see the way you're saying,
But it's 30
oh my
minutes.
God. 30 minutes.
It's
But I-
30 minutes,
let me tell
darling.
you-
Because
honestly.
it progressively it takes away from
Did you
my
call-
time.
you should have called
Do you
her
know what
again.
would have happened, Barbara? I'd have had to call my Chinese lady friend and say, hello, I cannot cab on time again because and then she'd say, I'm sorry, I have to give you a table. Then we'd have to look for another restaurant. Then we'd have to miss the look. Then we'd have to look.
Are you
for,
looking? Are you making me
look,
tired?
Look. Then we'd have to look for another cinema. Then we'd have to, and then the biggest thing is that she's made my heart sour.
So you were just
Like
upset.
you feel like she's this.
Yeah,
So for you
she's
starting
disrespecting
betting me, okay.
First, do you know what time Kisangani, the lady, called me to say, I'm outside, where are you? She
Quarter
called me
to.
at 8:56.
That's an hour later.
I told her next time, sorry, and went away.
And was she offended?
I
Was she
didn't care.
shocked that you're offended?
No, because it's my
I've
deal
seen
breaker.
that. I've seen ladies
yeah.
get upset that
Yes.
you're upset that they're late.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually
no,
can't.
it's
They
a
have the,
defense
they,
mechanism
they have the
ladies have.
temerity. They have the
Okay,
temerity.
that is wrong. That was
Kisangani,
wrong.
they have the temerity to tell you, you really overreact.
But sometimes you guys overreact.
That is madness. But I never saw again, thank goodness.
My deal breaker, actually, the first impression
Barbara,
for Fast
before you
Pass.
tell us your deal breaker, let me tell you about Pulse, a new magazine that has been launched by the Good Standard Group. It's an amazing magazine for many, many people that would keep you locked to many things that are happening in Nairobi, in Kenya, and in the world. My name is Emmanuel Kisingani. Keep it locked to 94.4 Spice FM. Remember, the number is 0719 012 600. Yes, I'll say it again, 0719 012 600. Please call in and chime in on the deal breakers that you've come across in your life and in your relationships. We'll be back. Hang out with the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. Remember, call in on 0719 012 600 and chime in on this very interesting conversation that we're having. If you're in Nairobi, we're on 94.4 FM. If you're in Kisumu, we're on 102.5 FM.
And if you're all the way down in Eldoret, we're on 96.7 FM. If you're in Nakuru, we're on 96.0. Mombasa, 87.9. And if you're watching or following online, or you have a big interest, as you should, because it's a party in here, go to www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is
Eric Omondi,
You
and
said
I'm
that
Barbara Mbaka, the Duchess of Economani. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE, that is Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All the same, Spice FM KE. Our SMS code is 40127, and as Emmanuel has said, our numbers are 0719 012 600. Call in, let us know. What are the deal breakers you've gotten or you have in your life?
Barbara, you're saying something.
No, I just want to just finish the story that I left.
Yeah, Eric.
Gleefully, I went back, had a deep, long shower, bought myself takeout and watched a movie and slept deeply.
You've never called that chick again?
No.
Were you hot?
Time. No, I wasn't.
No, he was bitter. He was bitter.
No, and then the other thing before you tell me your deal breaker.
You can share.
It's okay.
You
You can share.
Let me
Open
tell-
forum, my darling. Just talk.
Let me tell you, Barbara, the beauty
Open
of
your
having
heart.
the beauty of having your deal breaker, your long list or short list or whatever it is that you have your set goals so that you don't waste time. I have a long list of my non-negotiables. If I see any of them, those are red flags. So I divorce myself from the pursuit. And I'm happy, you are happy, you go with your chokora of coming late. Me, I'm happy at home.
Before I tell you mine, I'm so curious. What are these 9?
No, I don't have 9. I have a long list. I told you a long list. You must remove another 99 from the 9. There are 999 plus maybe 40.
No wonder this man is single.
Barbara, tell us about yours.
No, for me, I have many, yes, on the list, but not as many as Eric.
I have tons.
Yes, you have tons. I have an issue of people who have poor grooming on the first date because it tells a lot about you.
You want them to groom then and groom later.
I don't care. If you just imagine you're having dirty nails and you're sitting next to me.
So he can
I
wash
don't
his
know. I have a
nails.
thing. Yes, please just come out clean. I try and imagine you will touch, or maybe when we get romantic, you'll hold my food, jams. I'm paranoid, so I need you to look at clean.
Hey, but you're thinking
Hygiene.
far.
No.
It's romantic already.
Do you remember when Eric said women look at you and they're like, how far are we going with this guy? I look at you, can this work? Am I wasting time? From the word go, I will know if I'm wasting time.
But
No,
you're
you're
right.
right. There's a
If you're
lady.
dirty, there's no way we are going.
There's a lady I once met. We were not trying to pursue love or anything, but she had a decent sweat patch across her armpits, and she was reaching very high up to hug me. She's like, Eric, check me. Hi. Yeah. So
Yes.
Yeah,
so
and
for
then-
me, when I say grooming and hygiene, I mean a bad breath.
Cajun men
I
are
mean
not,
that. I mean dirty.
I know I'm one
nails.
of them.
You have dirty
but
nails.
No, I don't have dirty nails. Cheeky Barbara. You guys are really
No, you've
into
said I
spoiling
know I'm
the
one
relationship.
of them. I had to ask.
You guys.
Yeah, I see you earlier. You're saying to you I'm late. No, she's saying dirty nails.
No, I'm asking.
Barbara,
I didn't say-
Kenyan men have a problem with grooming. Like
Yes.
if you walk through the street and see a well-groomed guy, most of the time it's either a Nigerian guy,
And then you blame women for.
and then it's a Congolese guy.
No.
Like
there are Kenyan men who are actually very neat and tidy.
No, I'm talking.
Give him an example in the studio.
Oh, Eric, you're very tidy and neat.
Amen.
You guys must talk to each other in different voices.
I knew you wanted me to say that.
In fact, I'm neater than Eric.
yeah. Emmanuel, you're neat.
But you're right, Barbara. Guys should take a shower. In Kenya, guys, when you travel abroad, before you hit the club, people go home,
Yes.
change, take a shower, and then they hit the club. They put on some cologne. In Kenya, you just go to the club after work straight.
Yes.
In fact, I commend ladies. Ladies work really hard. They appear, I think, from nowhere. But even that's a bit puzzling.
What do you mean we appear
'Cause
from
you
nowhere?
meet a chick, kidogo, she's changed into another different.
It's called face meet. Face
No,
meet.
women try to make an effort. I mean, if you walk around the CBD of Nairobi on Friday, you see all these gorgeous women looking well put together. You know, they don't have ashy elbows, no cracked
Yes,
lips.
you're having
I
a
mean,
day to oil
and
up.
In fact, back in the day when I was big on public transport, I would walk in and gaze and look at where a seat that is next to a woman, and I'd sit there. Because men used to smell of a cattle dip. So what I would do, I would no for real though, no disrespect in that particular. So what
Okay,
I would
but-
do, so I would actually go and look. I would gaze in the mat, and then when I see a lady, I'd go and sit. Because more often than not, women were smelling nice. Most men can't even buy deodorant.
And
They
it's
want
not-
to smell their natural odor of
Which
sleep
is so
and
annoying.
blankets.
Not all of us
When you're
are
born.
In fact,
blessed with good
one of my
odor.
friends told me, these two ladies told me, that the reason they don't go to the men they are dating, to their boyfriends' houses or whatever person they are dating, is because these guys don't change the duvet covers or bed sheets.
Yes.
So they sleep. They are tandikiwa. Tandikiwa is what in English?
Spread.
So it's spread. The house help or whoever spreads on January 1st. January 1st of 2014. Then in 2019 August.
Eric, you're being extra.
No, for real. 2019 August. The guy's bedsheet, which was green when he bought it, is now indigo blue.
Oh, but there's also a theory.
And even uses it for a towel. Check it. I've just showered. Give me the towel. Give me the bedsheet.
Bedsheets.
All right. All right. Okay. No, just spread it. Now it even has
But
more
I
water.
don't like
But
untitled.
that is
there's
strange.
there's also a theory that to be a real man, your house can't be neat.
That is
No,
terrible.
that's bad.
That is
Because
terrible.
what will the chick...
I don't like
what
this
will
saying
the
that
chick-
Kenyans say mwanaume ni jasho.
Yeah. Like,
No,
will-
it's just too
Barbara,
much.
See, there's that question of what will the chick come to do in your life?
Excuse me,
is very
I'm not your. I am
Barbara-
not your glorified
Barbara
house
is
help.
so upset. by that
Exactly.
statement.
Actually, what is your chick?
Auntie, excuse me. Hey, it's not me you said.
No, whoever said it. I have a rule, and I always say
Let me tell you
I
guys.
will not make your
Let me
bed
tell you-
unless you're married to you.
Let me tell you
Nonsense.
guys a deal breaker for me very quickly. Deal breaker would be when I was in the dating game. I go to a club and I find a chick holding a big brown bottle. I think that's a bit off. Like, those bottles are not designed for women.
They're designed for
it's
men.
It's not sexy yenyewe. It's not. It's not.
Do you know
it's too
feminazis
big.
are going to go on our TL and after you?
No, that's why
right
I'm saying
now.
it's my
Keep-
my preference. So
Yes, yeah, it's your preference.
It's mine.
What
Those-
do you prefer they hold?
A glass of wine.
A small glass, a nice
Kingfisher.
glass. Hopefully a see-through.
You want to see what she's
Look at
drinking?
this Barbara advertising. So a small, something subtle,
sorry.
something you hold, with one hand.
Yes.
As you gesture with the other hand. Now you're pigana with me with your big,
I
big.
think more than you.
I
Brown
think whatever. Okay, I don't take beer, but any woman, whatever she decides to drink in a club, in a restaurant, is her own business. Don't judge her from her drink.
No, she
Whether she's
I think
drinking water, tea,
I hear you,
milk,
Barbara.
beer,
Barbara,
don't judge
Barbara,
a
and
woman
I'm
for
leaning
that.
towards you.
Thank you, darling.
I
This guy
rarely.
always
And I
leans
know you
towards you.
dwell.
Let me
Chicky,
tell
I'm
you.
leaning towards you.
Let me
That's
tell you.
chicks.
Let me tell you, Emmanuel. More than you with your skepticism about a whole grown woman carrying a bottle that she's bought with her money.
With her own money.
With her own money, who you don't know.
Yes.
My challenge is, I don't like either men or women who can't handle the alcohol.
I also agree with that.
These people who now just start yelling, "Take it! Hey! Those people are strange to me.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like alcohol makes their volume
Yeah,
go
yes.
louder.
And they start
become-
fighting everybody.
Yes, they become unruly.
So me, you can drink even from a jug. I don't care. But I mean, you can even shower with your.
There's always that chick who's like the life of the group, the life of the party. That one. She's the one leading the other chicks in twerking. Check it. That's my song.
And every song is their song.
No, I actually don't mind. A man and a woman who can control their drinking is
Is that
really
normal?
pathetic. There's once I met this lady I knew.
Yes.
And then she said, I'm feeling not so well. Can you drop me? So I said, I can leave you in town. So when she stood, now I realized that she's really, really, really drunk, right?
So she was caught walking in her drunkenness.
So she was staggering. So I was like, hey, maybe this was a bad idea. But then
But you couldn't bail out.
So yeah. So the moment I closed the door to the car,
Yes.
she just went,
Eric, stop!
for real. That's what she did. Nowadays, when you ask me for a lift, I really reverse check it. You're going to Westlands. I know my car looks like it's going to Westlands, but actually I'm going to Karen, not through Westlands. No. I'm going to Thiru. You are going to Thiru. No, I was not at it. Going to Thiru.
I was
now,
going through
Okay, now what
Mutangana.
I'm doing now is I'm picking someone up in. Where are you going next? Okay, tell me where you're going, Kabisa. Okay, I'm not going there. Because
You from that day, you don't like
yeah,
random
how can you
beliefs.
drink yourself into puking? That is crazy.
It's also
Can you
bad.
imagine eating managu ugali mboga, then you massacre your stomach with beers? Give me another beer. Give me
Eric, that
another
is
beer on
nasty
top of
and
another
untidy.
beer. Do you have sausages as they're giving me beers? Let me stuff. I'm stuffing.
Sausage pursuers?
Give me a samosa.
And you know ladies love eating in bags.
Nikanganye 10 over 10.
10 over 10.
10. Shots! That's madness.
I love shots.
And then now you lose it and start tapping. Check it.
Okay, fine, Eric. I am sorry on behalf of all women. Whoever did that to you, that is just weird.
She really annoyed me. So I had to go to some place in Kilelesho to wash the car at like 2:14 a.m. Checking no, twice or twice. That is very bad.
Also, I agree with you. That is just no. If you can't handle the alcohol, please, that's a bad behavior.
That's terrible.
So actually, it beats the. Why are you taking this lady to a bar on your first date? Take them to a coffee.
Because
or something.
I tell you why.
To avoid such things.
I tell you why. Most Kenyan men
So
have.
she manifests in future.
No, let me tell you. Most guys generally can't hold a decent conversation. And I speak this with a lot of authority.
And that is true.
Because I'm a brother to sisters. Men talk about the most frivolous of things. And the few who can hold a conversation talk about themselves. You know myself. In fact, I was telling Emmanuel
In fact,
yesterday,
that's a deal breaker for me.
I know a guy who was so narcissistic. He'd speak about himself to a third party. You know who helped John get the job?
John.
It is Peter. Peter is him. It is Peter. No, ask John. It is Peter. Who took Paul? All right? Who took Paul to school?
It is Peter.
It is Peter. No.
I don't like such
Who
men.
bought Jane her first equipment? It is. It's
Who
Peter.
bought Jane her
It's
phone?
Jackie.
And chicks like that. I
I'm
don't
just
like
like-
these.
Can you imagine someone of that
self-centered.
sort? I once was again someplace in Karen for dinner, and this guy was talking about himself for 99.5% of the time. When I was growing up, this area was called Kagu. What happened was when I was coming up as a young teenager, Kagu was you can have something to anyway. What my mother told me: when are you getting to have these ladies speak?
And that's the problem.
So
with
the
them
chick
men
was
who are
just like this.
self-centered.
The entire time. I don't
such-
like narcissistic
For me,
people.
for me, that's a deal breaker.
We're
Such
going on
men
a break.
are just.
We'll be back. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. You're 94.4 Spice FM, and we're having a very amazing time in the studio.
All right, that's right. We are talking about what some of your deal breakers would be prior to getting on board a relationship, or what made you not get into a relationship. My name is Eric Omondi. If you're listening from Nakuru, we are on 96.0, Eldoret, we are on 96.7, Nyeri 97.9, and Mombasa, the city I love, 87.9.
Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also call us. Let us know what your deal breakers are in a relationship or your past relationship. That is, our numbers are 0719 012 Let me repeat that: 0719 020 600, and our SMS code is 40127.
I'll take that again, 0719 012 600.
I'm going to take that the third time. 0719 012
Thank you guys for having my back.
We're having an amazing time here in the studio.
Before
Now
you
it's
say
almost-
something, there's a gentleman called Jeff Sunday.
All right.
Jeff Sunday says he is tired of his ex pressuring him to get married.
Oh,
And for him that is
for
a
his
deal.
ex.
His ex was, maybe she
Was.
was pressuring him.
Yes,
Alright.
and for him that was a deal breaker.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The fact that she's an ex now.
Yeah.
Enyewe,
Stop
that
forcing
was-
people into marriage. Marry me! Marry me!
We don't say it like that.
Like you, Eric, right now, you're now ripe for marriage. Check it now, you are.
You were forcing Eric to be
You,
ready
you're
for
the
marriage.
adults in the room. You talk every single day. I don't know whether it's stretched the one day. Marry me. Barbara, before we end on the break,
Yes.
I interrupted you. You were about to tell us one of your deal breakers.
My deal. I already told you one of my deal breakers. It
Yeah,
came.
tell us another.
Eric helped me on that. But another deal breaker I have. I am not so keen into, and forgive me for this, I'm not so keen into chest hairs.
Into chest hairs.
Yeah, that's my deal breaker.
All right.
I don't know.
So when
I
somebody
don't
has chest hairs, they ignore them.
She's gotten me off guard on that one.
Emmanuel,
It scares me. I don't know why.
Somebody looks to you like a chimpanzee. No, I did not say that. I was just asking.
No, I did not say that. I honestly did not say that.
You know, in Indian movies, there's normally a guy with his chest wide open. And then there's
No,
a
and then
chick
I don't
stroking
know.
his
But there are
chest
many
hairs.
women who find it so romantic,
But it's just not
attractive.
for you.
Eric,
Not
as a
for
girl
me,
has chest
for
hair,
me.
what would you say?
I don't
I'm
have
not
chest hair.
interested. As Eric said, we are platonic friends.
Barbara, I hear you, but I think some of these deal
It's like
breakers.
the way he had the feet thing.
Yeah, I think
it
some
just
of these
scares
deal
me.
breakers are very personal.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're very
And
personal.
it doesn't mean that somebody needs to change. Thank God mine are really external more than...
Me, I'll just shave
Mine
you.
can be fixed. Like, I'll tell you one of my biggest deal breakers, Emmanuel. I cannot stand man or woman. Not that I date men, but especially women, because I'm looking, hopefully, to get married to a woman someday. I cannot stand a woman who has poor diction, one. Number two, I can't stand a woman who curses. A lot.
Yes.
You know, like we were hanging out. I once went again on a date
Yes.
in my quest and we were having breakfast. And she said, I don't quite date like these freak date sausages
Okay,
because
that's a
I
bit too
did.
much.
And I was just like, why are you cursing so much? Well, I didn't ask her, but I think there's a bit of faint sophistication that is tied to cursing.
Yes.
So that you curse after every word. It's just
It's
so
bad behavior.
bit hot because date, I am hungry. I am so I'm angry AF. Why do you need to say that?
I tell
That
you
is too
what,
much.
that's why we're saying these are personal deal breakers.
Yes.
Like for me, a personal deal breaker would be a lady who smokes. Huh?
Yeah.
Like me, I don't like a lady
don't like-
for me who
Yeah.
smokes, especially those ones who used to smoke Score.
Yeah.
Remember Score? Score is
Score
no
is what?
longer a brand now. It was unfiltered. It had no filter.
What if they were smoking
Like
something
they'd
high
smoke
end?
and even get a very deep voice. Check it. Oh, hi, how are you? My name is Jen. Say like, Jen! You're freaking me out with that voice. So like you with that story of cussing, for
Yeah.
me, smoking is that.
For me-
And then also ladies who, when you're out with them for dinner, they start gesturing while still holding their cutlery. Like she starts pointing at you with a knife. Check it. I was telling you.
Maybe she's an interactive person.
Pointing with a fork.
There's a lady.
She's an interactive person.
No,
That is
you
very funny. I
don't
once
judge her
saw
for that.
a chick again at a dinner, dinner. This lady was holding the fork like this, and there was a tomato dangling at the. Check the tomato.
You are
Check
just
the
doing-
tomato. So I'm like, your tomato is dangling. Your tomato. I was saying it in my mind because there were tables. I'm like, your tomato is dangling.
Yeah.
Your tomato is dangling. That is strange.
I think Barbara.
You need to
like,
put it down and
put
speak
your-
motion
yeah,
with your
put it
hand.
down
But
and-
yeah, with your hands, not with
Yeah,
equipment or
don't point at
cutlery.
me with
I-
just pointing at me with a knife. What
For
kind
me,
of
a
message are you sending?
I hate, while frugality has its place, but
Yes.
I hate completely frugal people. I
I agree.
once dated somebody who was
Some
so
people are just too
frugal.
cheap.
I sent this lady again for milk. She was coming to see me and said, hey, I've just looked at the fridge and I've run out of milk. Could you kindly come with some milk? So I even sent her money for milk. I sent her like 500 bob.
Yes.
Because I just wanted milk. There was no milk.
Yes.
And she came with one packet of milk.
But you sent her 500.
Yeah.
She's just a mean person.
And I was just like, hey, one packet, even if you're coming, like Emmanuel comes to my house and he brings me elaborate packets of milk, like
Yes.
15, 14.
You can't blame him.
And
He's a
he's
loyal
not my girlfriend. So when you're going to visit someone,
Carry a gift.
not even a gift, like there are gifts that are also weird. Like somebody bringing you half a loaf of bread and scaricot is a bit...
But maybe-
Excuse me,
no,
maybe that is what they had.
maybe they
No,
had.
You
in the
should
level of
appreciate that.
in the
Yeah,
level of no, there's also people who really undergive anyewe. Tuseme tu kweli.
Ama, you're talking about his.
Now, like
maybe
say Emmanuel
Barbara.
comes with his very big E-class.
Yes.
Then he reverses and then comes out of the E-class with Mkatinus one in it. That's not funny to you.
I think that's
Maybe
That's
that day-
off.
It doesn't mean if you have a big car, if you're driving, you have money.
No,
People have
I
problems
know
out
him
here.
and I know that is his car. There are people who there are people who are funny like this.
Yes.
Like they can even, when you're say hanging out and you're having dinner, they even would start telling you what to eat. Check it,
I don't like that.
And also just be careful. So you take sodas only. Yeah. No, usimpe samosa kubwa. Mna ndogo.
No.
That is funny. Yeah, there are people who do that. They dictate what you should order.
But that's
But
wrong.
also, as a lady, Barbara, we need to let you talk. As a
Today you've
lady,
decided you don't want me to talk.
As a lady, when you go, for me, a deal breaker is when you go to a restaurant. I meet you at a restaurant for the first time.
Yes.
And then you start ordering very huge, elaborate meals.
Maybe that's how I eat.
No,
Emmanuel has a
no.
problem with that,
No,
but
no,
we
no,
keep
no.
disagreeing.
No,
Yes.
you have to come. As in, what? I
Don't
tell you what
take
you
her
do.
to
Have
that
you invited-
restaurant.
have you invited her?
Who invited her?
I tell tell you what. No.
Have you
Who invited this lady?
Even if I've invited.
Then take her to a cheap restaurant. Don't be
This
funny.
guy is funny, man.
Exactly.
That is very bad. Don't do that.
No, wait.
And
I
you know
hope
you've
you
told
don't
me
do
that
that to
before.
the missus.
I've told this guy. I've told this guy, when you ask a woman out, let her order. You can't now start saying you
Let
are
her
having
order.
a burger.
No.
You are having a burger.
No,
A
that's
burger.
So
That
she's
is strange.
coming for
No,
unlimited
Emmanuel.
food date.
No,
Not
Emmanuel,
unlimited.
if you know take the lady to a restaurant that you can afford,
Yes.
that you are comfortable with,
Yeah, but it's
that
not
you have
top-
checked the menu before, because you seem to have a problem with
Emmanuel
that.
even asked-
exactly,
Barbara.
because you'll not tell me what to. I don't want to eat a burger. I want to eat
Barbara.
prawns.
No,
Barbara.
I tell you what you're supposed to do, Barbara.
Yes.
You're supposed to look at me. And then me, I say, all right.
Why am I looking
So
at on a date?
No, yeah, you observe me. So I tell the waiter, I'm like, give me some coffee. And then you also
Then I ask for
the
coffee.
same range.
Maybe
yeah.
I don't
Let
take
me tell you,
coffee.
Kisiangani, let me help
Who
you
told
today.
you to take me there?
I want to
guys
help
need
you
to
today, live. Eh?
Emmanuel, you're being
One of the
cheap.
things you need to do, when you ask someone out, you cannot now again start meaning their order.
Thank you.
That is very bad.
Let me tell you.
Today I'm
let me
agreeing
finish.
with you,
let, me,
Eric.
let me finish my
Stop
point.
siding with chicks.
No. Let me finish my
like
point.
siding with chicks.
No,
He doesn't like siding with chicks.
no, honestly.
Emmanuel, you're out
Emmanuel,
of order
let me
on
tell
that.
you. If there's any woman listening who I've ever gone out with, you're at liberty to call. You are.
I'll
when
give you
I
the
call
number.
When I call you and I say hi, do you care for coffee? That is not an invitation to chai ikuchome mdomo. I don't want to burn your mouth with just coffee. And then you say you're having a latte with something to bite.
Good manners.
No,
Good
it's
manners
not good
what?
manners.
Even when I
Your
go
pal,
out,
your
even
pal,
when
you
I-
can do
You'd
that, but
ask
not a
me
chick.
out
there
at
you
a
are
restaurant.
preempting me.
No, I'm
See, there,
saying-
this guy's preempting me. I'm telling him. I was about to say when I go out, say with Eric for lunch, when he tells me let's go have lunch. When I go to the restaurant, I'm like, hey, you guys, what do you think we can have?
That's your friend.
No,
that
I
is
know
not
he
true.
can
Your
pay,
friends,
but
your
I'm like,
colleagues.
no, it's not friends. It's just good.
Emmanuel, if you're being honest,
Emmanuel, that's being cheap.
even 2 days ago,
That's being cheap. I look at you because you've taken me out. I start waiting
Emmanuel,
for you to
let
order.
me- let me
Maybe
tell
I've been
you.
excited. I want a milkshake.
Even
Why am
t-
I taking a black
even
coffee?
2 days ago when we went for lunch, if I say, this is my policy, if I say, Barbara, and I've told you this before.
Yes.
If I say, let's go to, say, down the road and have lunch.
Yes.
That is an invitation for you eating and I'm paying.
Yes.
If I say it.
Yes.
But if you are walking and then you say, maybe we should go somewhere
and grab something. Everyone is
then
paying their own
everyone
bill.
is paying their own bill. I have never once told you, hey, so you should only take a sandwich and don't take a tea.
No, you guys will
That
make
is
me
bad.
go on a break immediately, but I won't because I have self-control. Barbara, tell us one of your deal
One of my
breakers.
deal breakers, and this is a personal one, and I know we spoke about this yesterday, is men who don't like children.
All right.
And that's why I say that is personal. If you
Whose child?
mine.
Hey, you want someone to love your own children.
But that
Your
can't be a deal
own
breaker.
offspring.
No, there are people who just don't like children normally. As in naturally, they just don't like
But
kids.
how's
And they
that-
don't want to have children. And I respect that. But I want to be with you. Maybe I want to procreate further.
Like, how's that a deal breaker? Like,
Maybe I want to be.
Or
as
you
I-
mean somebody who doesn't want to sire children with you?
Yeah,
Like
as in
they are
after
not
we-
kin.
Yes, they're not kin along the way. And, and I respect
No, I
that.
thought it was in the other category. You having your own child who I'm supposed to like. That one is.
But you're also supposed to like
but
that
you're
one.
supposed to-
No, I'm just saying
You also-
requiring that I like your child. So you
No,
give me
that
time
is
to
too
grow
early.
into it.
No, that is too early. That's
Yeah,
too
very
early.
required.
she said that she doesn't like men who don't like,
Like children. Yeah,
so I
and
thought she's requiring that one of the prerequisites to us dating is that I like her child. Which
don't
is
even
a
know
bit,
her, yeah.
that is a tall order.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
that's a bit
yeah.
too early. But you see, there's certain things. The
Yeah.
way we say, be open, and like, I'm not interested in the family, la 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 la,
All
like
right.
that. And I'm thinking, why am I wasting my time? Because along the way, I might want.
Oh yeah, you're
So
right.
I always keep my.
I
yes.
know a friend I was with in the States. He was doing law all the way down in Ottawa in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And him and the girlfriend then decided that he would take a vasectomy, that they would not be interested whatsoever to have children. So the lady led him into getting a vasectomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a little farther down the road, after dating for 7 years, she changed her mind and she wanted to be a mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that was.
Yeah,
okay.
and that is really
Yeah.
that's funny. So he started saying, "Oh, why did you lead me onto this?" And I was like, "That's strange. Also, you're funny."
But
If
also,
you didn't
ladies
want-
love pushing guys into this vasectomy,
But it happened.
especially when they go through menopause. Huh?
Yeah.
They start telling you that even you go get a vasectomy.
But me, I'm at menopause. Why do you want to procreate without me? No, that's how I'm thinking. If you're my husband and we love each other and I'm going through menopause, you also get a vasectomy.
No, I think I want to, even if I'm still with you and you've gone through menopause, I still want, it's just a mental thing.
No,
You want
I
to
don't,
go
I
back
don't,
to
I
all the
don't
way you
want to.
came.
Personally, I would
I
want to
still
hear
want-
and Jerry and Agnes and
I
Akinyi
think it's
is
a
pregnant
mental
with
thing.
your child and I'm here on
think-
menopause.
I think I just want to have that power, you know.
Let me tell you one
It's
of
a
the
man
things that
thing. I
really
don't like
upsets
that.
me. I don't like people who have excessive road rage. All right?
That happened to me today.
Like you're with somebody who you're trying to get to know, and then they are yelling and being all hysterical about traffic. They start shouting profanities at cops or traffic lights. I think any temper tantrum really turns me off.
Yeah,
I don't like angry people, not just women, but angry people. You know, there are people who are just angry. I once dated a chick who was very angry. She used to be very upset. Checky, she'd wake up.
Shared
Checky.
issues.
So I'd be
is she
like,
doing?
why are you upset? She'd just breathe fire. And she'd be like, how's your
women in
day?
your life.
Fine!
Some chicks
Sorry.
also
How is
have
your mother?
some-
Fine!
Chicks
Okay,
also,
that's-
some chicks also have deep anger. I don't know
Yes,
why.
I don't like people who are
remember my-
just
I think they were
angry.
baptized in lime juice. I
Back-
told her that
Oh.
once and she was very
Back
upset.
in the
Checky,
day,
why are you
my-
telling that?
I'm sure you just got. She went on you like fire.
Back in the day, my wife used to get really, really angry. You know, we used to get into these very sick fights up in the house.
Don't know. It's an era of original entry.
She'd really start talking in Kimeru. Checky unturuntir tenturunta. I'm like, hey!
Seriously?
Is it that serious? Yeah. But she's improved nowadays.
But
She
me, I
can-
can't
For me-
deal. I can't deal with anger, Barbara. by the way.
That one I
and
know.
contention.
Are you have a
I
problem
tell you
with
what,
that?
Barbara, there's something you mentioned earlier which reminded me. For me, a deal breaker would be a weave, maze. Me, I don't like weaves, maze.
But you guys
What do
don't
you
like
mean?
anything on
You don't
women.
like- you don't like
them
anything on
having a
women.
beer.
You don't like
you don't
having
like
a
women
beer.
walking.
Aren't
You
you?
don't
don't
like
like us
women.
eating
You
burgers.
don't like bras.
Am I not free to say my deal breaker? These are my deal breakers. You guys want you're engaging my
Okay,
deal
I'm
breaker.
sorry, darling.
Yeah,
What
I
is
don't
your
like weaves.
personal deal
I
breaker?
feel like may love natural hair. You know, this shikaing someone.
But
some
you just gnaw your
some
own hair.
Indian's hair. You know, I'm like, "Aye."
But why don't you gnaw your hair?
Exactly.
Mine. What do you mean by mine?
See, if you like natural, you don't want.
Even you go
No,
natural.
I like Kwani, I'm dating myself.
No,
I'm
but
telling
see,
you-
that's her hair.
I'm telling you my
Why are you
deal
so
breaker.
concerned?
If a lady, I know Barbara is offended because okay, she's not wearing.
No,
it.
even I have a deal breaker
So-
that I'll tell you after that because
So-
some guy did that to me.
But yeah, speaking for many guys, I've met many guys. Eric likes siding with chicks. I've met many guys who
Yes.
don't like weaves. And you see this.
They should
natural-
not wear them.
You see this natural hair. You know, in fact, natural is actually coming back. I remember Lupita.
We're all
had
not
this
the same. You know that.
Lupita had this natural hair.
And right now she doesn't have natural hair. Just go Google.
Oh, she doesn't.
Yeah. So you no longer like her again?
I think she was under pressure because of hormones. But for me,
Spare us.
weaves would be a deal breaker. Like you look good in that, but sometimes there are these weaves which are they're really hard.
I think the
Talking about
caveat
just
for
a
that.
moment.
yeah.
Talking about people with hairs and deal breaker. I once was trying to date someone. I think we went for 3 dates. I got irritated.
You used to talk about your hair all the time.
No, the person liked me for so long, and it took a while for him to just like get
Yeah,
close. So finally, I gave the person a chance. And after first date,
A chance to do what?
to go out.
All right.
Not.
No. I'm just asking.
Yes.
So for the purposes
So
of my listeners,
yes,
so that they're
okay,
clear.
Fine. Thank you, darling. So after the first date, the next time we start chatting, like the next day, he talks about my hair, how he's not comfortable about my hair. Then sends me hairstyles that
That
he
you need to
thinks
do.
that will look good on me. Like you see, as a woman, your hairstyle is a bit, you look very rowdy. You look like stubborn, rebellious.
That man had
And
very
I'm
bad
like, okay,
That is
Mr.
interesting.
Man. I played it down. You know, after a week, I was like, you know what? If you don't accept me, I'm not going to change. This is me.
Take me as I am.
This was my midlife crisis look.
Take me
Yeah.
as I am.
Thank you.
Barbara, I have a question though.
Please.
Supposing you and that person, whoever else, you get
Yes.
married, and they feel like, do you want to tone down on your dressing or your hair? Would you think about it as a wife to somebody?
To know the answer of that question, please don't touch that dial. We're going to go on a very, very, very short break. My name is Imano Kisingani. You're hanging out with the adults in the room. I have a very nice story that I want to tell you right now through this ad about the Pulsar magazine, Barbara. It's a weekly pull-out on the Standard
newspaper.
And it talks about things that are happening in celebrities' life, entertainment, not only in Kenya, but all around the world.
Yes.
So please don't touch the dial. We'll be back. You're tuned into 94.4 Spice FM. My name is Emmanuel Kisingani, and you're hanging out with the adults in the room.
Yes.
If you're listening all the way down in Nakuru, the frequency to tune in is 96.0. If you're in Eldoret, the county of athletes, we are on 96.7. If you're somewhere in Kualanga, down in South Africa, all the way in Camps Bay or Bryanston or Randburg, or in the middle of Sandton, simply go to www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is Eric Omondi.
And if you're in the western region, that is Kisumu, Kakamega, our frequency is 102.5. And if you're in Mombasa, that is South Coast, North Coast, it is 87.9. And if you're in Malindi, that is 97.6. Our social media handles are Spice FM KE on Instagram, Twitter. Let us know what you think or your deal breakers in relationships.
Yeah, and the number once again is 0719 012 600. I'm going to repeat that, 0719 012 600. We're going to take a call just before we get to the top of the hour. Now, Eric, you were asking Barbara a question and I interrupted you.
Yes, I was asking Barbara, the Duchess over.
Econo money.
Supposing you get married today.
Yes.
We danced. Nini National Park was your first wedding. Maybe this time you decided to do it in a chapel.
No, we're doing destination.
Lamu, somewhere. All right.
You upgrade.
Yes. So then this good gentleman you married as your husband says, you know what, darling, I love you deeply, as you know. And we're about to start popping babies. But for my sake, being my wife, would you please try and tone down the very nice tight dresses to maybe something a bit loose for me so that you're...
Loose in the house or in public?
No. In public. So that your beauty and your curvaceousness is only enjoyed by me. And also, darling, while you're at it, can you change your hairstyle just for me, baby? I love braids. I love braids. I love braids. Would you consider to change it?
I'll tell you, I'll do braids with this haircut. I'll be very honest with you. I've thought about that, and I remember I had this conversation with my mother a couple of months ago.
Yes.
And it was like, you are very rigid in what you want. And I said, yes. I've reached a point in my life. I changed, and I have changed for a man before. But at the age I am right now, there are certain things I'm not going to change for you. So I will not lie. Let me not even lie.
Barbara,
that I will change.
Barbara will not change. Let's take a call. And here, hello, my name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. This is Spice FM, and you're on the air. How are you? Oh, we've lost that one. Let's try and take one more. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. You're on the air. Spice FM, hello.
Hello.
My name is Emmanuel. What's your name, and where are you calling from?
Max from Turbo.
Max from Turbo.
Hi, Max. How do you do? This is Eric. How are you doing, man?
This is Barbara.
I'm doing good.
Thank you for calling Spice FM. Have you found yourself in a situation where you felt somebody presented something that was a deal breaker for your relationship? Do you want to share?
Yeah, actually, my current girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Oh, I hope she's not. But just tell us.
What's the deal breaker, Max?
I hate weaves and wigs.
So you're team Emmanuel. You hate wigs and weaves.
I hate to the full. Whenever my girlfriend puts them on.
Mm-hmm.
Does she know that?
Yeah, she knows that. Actually, I avoid her until she removes those things.
Oh my God, you
but
shouldn't.
Max, I have a question,
Max.
Max.
We're going to start our own WhatsApp group, Anti-Weaves WhatsApp group.
Max, Max,
Yes.
what's your favorite hairstyle?
Just blow drying. I don't know.
No, yours,
Just
not
to blow
your
dry.
girlfriend's.
Not
You have
yours.
your head,
Oh, mine.
Max, right? You have your own head, right?
I'm bald.
Bald, yeah?
Kipara.
Kipara. So, supposing your girlfriend told you they'd want you to put on box, how would you like that?
And you can't grow hair.
I'll do it.
Yes, because you love her. Let me
So
tell
you're
you,
going
Max,
to go
you are the man. No, you are the man. Like you're being honest. Eric over here is just trying to placate Barbara.
No.
But Max,
Max, I would
thank
say
you.
this.
Marisa and Barbara.
Max, I would say this. If you love this woman,
Yeah.
you'll give her the freedom. It's just hair. Let her enjoy. It is a stage in her life. There's a moment she'll just decide that she wants to do that blow dry, those braids, and just keep it clean.
Yeah.
Let her enjoy. It's a stage in her life.
We've lost Max right there, but I'm sure he's tuned in and he's heard it. Keep the calls coming in on 0719.
My God, you men and weaves.
012 600. The number is 0719 012 600. Should we pick another call, guys?
Let's try and see.
Yeah, let's try another call. Yeah, this one looks good. Hi, Spice FM. Hello. Hello. All right, I think that one does
The
not
connection
want to
went.
talk right. Let's try one more. Hello, my name is Manu Kisiangani and you're live on Spice FM. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am
Fine,
fine,
thank you.
thank you, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Ken. I'm calling from Bita.
Oh, hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm fine. Barbara, how are you?
I'm okay.
Ken, how do you do? My name is Eric Omondi. How is Mbita?
I'm doing fine, Enrico.
Yes. Very, very well. So tell me your deal breaker. You sound like you have 3, but I'll just give you an opportunity to say 1.
No, not really.
You don't have any deal breakers?
I think he just wanted to say hi to you, Barbara.
All right.
The way he said your name, Shaky, I'm fine, Barbara. Like he was very specific.
I have
to
one
you.
deal breaker. I have not one. I have several. As I said, men and women who are obsessed with money.
Emmanuel is totally obsessed with money, by the way.
What do you mean by Emmanuel?
I don't like that. And this cuts across. That's why I said men and women who are obsessed with money.
She's not even saying the context of her story. What do you
Which
mean?
part of money are you obsessed with?
No. This guy is mad.
Okay, I'll give an example. There's a time I went out with someone, one of those fix-up things. I think sometimes my friends feel I don't date so much, and I'm involved in my child's life or whatever.
They
which
need
is
you
true.
in 93 relationships. Yeah, you
Yes,
told me this.
yes. People are always trying to hook me up with someone.
Yeah, even me have a guy who I
Yes.
think.
So I went with this gentleman for a date, and it's a very nice dinner, good bottle of wine.
Not his house.
Not his house, restaurant.
Yeah.
You know,
You once told me that provided if you're sleeping in a separate room.
I was talking about Vasha. I don't know why you're mixing up this story.
No, I'm joking. Yes. What did he do?
Now, the gentleman in conversation, he forgets the same way. He just gets to himself. He talks about first thing is asking me, how much do you earn? I told him, excuse me.
All right.
I told him, I don't think, why do you, I was like, would you tell me how much you earn? So he started, like, he wants to know how much I earn, what value I'm bringing on the table. First, I'm wondering, okay, I get where you're coming on from this, but it was all about finances, about planning, about saving, and I'm thinking, does he think I'm daft?
All right.
It was just it's a polite dinner.
Oh, yeah.
So he was just talking about his businesses, his investment. It is not strong. It is good to know that you have ambition and potential because, yes, women love that. But tone it down a bit. Don't be too materialistic or obsessed with
It's
money.
funny you say that. I remember I have a particular guy I know, he's an acquaintance, who pays bills with 1,000 shilling bills. So you can pay, say he's had a milkshake, so he'll whoop out of his pocket 160,000 shilling notes
So that you
and
know he
just
has
put
money.
it on the table.
in a nini.
We're like, okay, that milkshake was fantastic.
Then pull just one.
Then he removes the
Just for
1,000.
one.
And then he starts following the waitress with instructions. Now let her change. Let her yote change. And I'm just like, what was the need? Why didn't you just pinch it out of your pocket?
Pocket.
So
Because
he
you
wants
could
to
pinch it,
show
yeah.
his machismo.
Yes, there are
so
people who are like that. The
there are people who are very
machismo, all
short.
macho.
Yeah, you have to show
I
me
don't
your
like
money.
that about
My one. Oh, are you gonna go?
Yeah, let me share one since I
Yes.
haven't. Mine would be I take you out and you've ordered like Barbara for anything you want, huh? Like
have
you've
issues.
gone beyond even.
I
my
will
limits.
order. Don't even try me.
And then after that, you're like, hey, can you send me some money? Like, what is that? What's up with
that's
this?
what-
People
What's
ask
up with
for
this? The asking
Yeah,
for money.
yeah.
I don't know you, man.
We just met.
Yeah, we just met.
People need to, have
yes,
some
yeah,
courtesy and
like, see, I want to buy some food. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's rude.
No, I think it is. It totally is. And it ties to what I was going to share. I was completely head over heels in interest, not love.
You don't say in love.
No.
Cupid hadn't hit you, darling.
In my 20s still, and I used to have those feelings. Those deep feelings for you living here and going to be chased with dogs in Kampala. And so this particular lady, as Emmanuel says, I think she had a problem managing her money. So we would go on dates and hang out. Very pleasant lady.
Yeah.
And every 3, 4, 5 days or weeks, she'd come about a thing. She'd be like, sorry, I've called you so late. You're not in a meeting, no? Do you have 11K now? No.
11.
And she'd call it as a matter of pressure.
So it's like an emergency.
Yes, and then you're like, no, I don't. There's like 7? No, I don't. And then now she zeroes it down to, okay, just send me 3K. Yeah. Send me 3K now. No, please don't say you don't have. So I think that's also off. And then people who have
Ladies,
debts,
can we improve?
not even just ladies alone, even just men who have to take the longest route. Say you live in Kitengela in your house, which is this way.
Yes.
And because you have deni ya maftata, and then you have a debt from Boga, then you've taken a whole cow from a butcher in quarter.
Let us reach a cow.
And then you have an M-Pesa guy where you take money for fare. When you pay to 50, unganisha na ile 970.
I'll
I'll
pay you
give
double
on
ipan.
So that's also boring for me. I think that's a deal breaker. So you're walking in somebody and someone is whistling. Check it. Hey! Kitu yangu. I think that's off.
Even chicks who come with their friends for the first date. Like
Okay,
that's
ladies
an
are-
off deal.
But
breaker.
does that still happen? Thank God I've
I
never
think
met
it
anyone like
does.
that.
I've had,
I'm going to defend
horrendous
that
stories.
because I did that when I was in campus.
And you're still gonna defend it?
No, yes, I'll defend it because I was in campus. Now I can't do that. I'm grown up. I was silly, naive, and young. It's what? Okay, for us, we used to do it, and my girlfriends know that.
So it's a group thing.
It's protection.
What protection? When you're going to meet in a lodge?
No, for example, what do you mean we're going to
No,
meet
no,
in a
no.
lodge?
So you're meeting
okay,
as
let
a
me give you
public
an example
restaurant.
how we did it.
Yeah.
Then, when campus, we're young, we don't have money, we want to go out, and you invite me for a drink or invite me for a meal. And so I ask you, can I come with my friend? I will ask. Then you'll think I'm coming with one.
That
I'll
is
be very
strange.
honest. You'll think I'm coming with one.
But also those men who agree are dumb.
So the man
But you are
agrees.
kind, you guys used to ask.
At
Yes,
least
then
you ask
I'll
me.
show up. Unfortunately, instead of one, I'll show up with like 4. And I knew I'll show up with 4.
Who are
also
always
that
hungry
is-
and yawning up at the
Yes,
corner.
the idea is, I don't...
Mwambie atubaie food tukule. Alafu
Okay, for-
shots zangu zimeisha wanja unaniembara. So na yon tu watu wakinipita.
No, for us, we used to feel like Eric might decide to ask for extra things. So if I come with a friend, Eric will not tell me, can we go out for dancing or come to my house? So that idea, if we are many, you'll not ask me funny things.
And
So that's why we did the groupie thing.
What if your 5 friends get overwhelmed by shots and they start dancing and then he whisks you away?
No, that one has never happened.
In fact, that going with your friends is quite dangerous. Your friend might whisk that guy away.
Were you whisked away?
No,
the way
I'm
you're
not.
talking.
No, man.
No, it's true. But they chicks are cunning, eh? They can really
But
be
for
weird.
us, it was a
Check it.
protection measure.
This is the friend. Check it.
She's not
You are the guy. Check it.
And no, but did that happen to me?
That's fine.
There's a time we went, I did that silly thing of groupie, but that time I just finished campus, I'd gotten my first job. So I was here with about 2 friends. We all just met up. Then you call me like, Barbara, where are you? I tell you I'm XYZ. So you join in, and I was with Eric because your date went sour. This lady reached here on the where we were, finds Eric is very attractive. And instead of
I am. Indeed.
no, I meant the pseudo Eric. So this gentleman, the lady changes her mind and starts explaining. It's like she was hitting on Eric and I was seated there. That's when I realized ladies are very cunning. Before I realized it, I went to the bathroom. Do you know I found them kissing? I do not know how it went there. I don't know if I was dumb, I was
the
silly.
story is you should never ever go to a bathroom when you're with a man and a friend. Just stay there.
I was so hot.
Just-
And to be very honest, I've never spoken to that woman till now.
Why didn't you just excuse him and start?
I left.
You should have.
I
You should
took
have.
my handbag and left.
You should have shooed the lady on the side and just proceeded like, no, don't
Why?
do this. Take it.
It's a girl code. You don't touch. This girl
No,
code.
you should. It was so easy. Instead of Shika and Roho, you just say, hey, Agnes. Check it.
No, for me that was a deal breaker, and I was like, if you can't keep,
You see
your-
now
on a
you
date
lost
with
a
me,
good thing.
I didn't listen.
You
No.
took it, like you took sense into it.
No,
She got
that
you.
was a deal breaker. Keep
Maybe
your
not
hands
your
to
thing.
yourself. You're with
You
me.
did a bad thing.
If you're moving around, it doesn't mean that you're.
Barbara, I'm sorry you are hurt. Look, Kisengani. One of
Go away.
the things that bore me is people who discuss politics on first date. They get into a deep Raila Kibaki banter.
But I think that's not a very serious deal.
No, it's a deal breaker. You start talking about your constituency public funds
And
on the
problems.
first date. Check what the devolution has done, which I really appreciate. You know now these things of
It
sanitary.
becomes the situation.
Yes, but after 5 minutes, I'm like, my name is Eric. No, it's funny you say that because in Homa Bay, in Bitam, what now we are doing in the county? Check it.
What is
Hey!
all that in a date?
Yes.
Spare us.
That is strange.
Dangerous in 1991. Remember
I like
that
that song.
time? Oh my goodness, that guy is good. Come on,
Yes.
if you can sing a song and you say and people still dance,
Imagine.
that means you're good, man.
Yes.
My name is Emmanuel Kisingani. You're hanging out with the adults in the room, and we're having an amazing time here in the studio. And I'm hanging out with my people.
Yes, that's right, Emmanuel Kisengani. These are the adults in the room where we have all unfiltered, no holds barred discourses about the these and that of relationship between men and the women who love them. Look, if you're in Buruburu, South Sea, Kabete, Riverside Drive, Runda or Nyeri, you can tune in live and direct on your stereo on 94.4 FM. And if you're listening and you want to contribute, remember we are talking about why you didn't end up in a particular relationship because of a deal breaker you hold dear to your heart, that because of this kujikuna mapua, punctuality and things of this sort, you never would enter a relationship. Look, call us on 0719-012-600 and give us some of your feedback about some of the worst deal breakers or some of the mild ones you might have. My name is Eric.
On Monday. And I'm Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Ikolomani. Emmanuel, why are you laughing?
You guys are strange. You guys have started communicating subliminal.
Don't worry. But if you're in Nakuru, you can tune in at 96.0. And if you're in Kisumu, Kisii, Kakamega, Ikolomani, Shinyalu, Butere, that is 102.5. And if you're in Eldoret, the town of champions, the home of our runners, that is 96.7.
Yeah, man. And I'm seeing the feedback coming in thick and fast. There's a guy called Alex Odwall. Alex says, tell Barbara wanaume ni kunuka jasho.
Hi,
Barbara,
Alex.
don't kill African culture. I think this goes out to both Barbara and Eric. Huh?
No.
You want to smell of sweat,
I
you?
told you guys the role of a woman. Okay, let me not say that. I don't get it
Really, I was about to attack you.
Yeah. I'm fast. I think fast.
Yes, I
think
noticed.
fast. And Alex is not around.
Yes.
Eric, are you seeing anything?
No, I'm not seeing anything. But
You
I
can
have
call us.
No, I have something I want to say. They can call us, yes, indeed, Barbara. They can call us on 0719-012-600, live and direct. Those are the Spice FM studios. Give us some of your feedbacks about what your deal breakers are. I have a personal deal
What's
breaker.
the personal deal breaker?
My deal breaker, Emmanuel, you need to be looking up so you hear this.
Yes, sir.
It is very important.
Oh, God.
I am I hate bad etiquette. I hate people who cannot say please. I hate people who cannot say sorry. I hate people who text in bold. In fact, there's a lady again who used to text me in bold. She used to piss the hell out of me.
Why are you texting in bold?
She used to text in bold. You see, sometimes
She's trying to tell you I am shouting.
Yeah, I don't know why she'd do that. So I'm a sucker for courtesy. I cannot stand discourteous people. Somebody who says, "Excuse me," or says, "Hey, Barbara, would you please pass me that?" Not somebody who says, "Noted." Not somebody who's
Oh, I said noted quite a lot. Are you hearing this guy?
Not somebody.
On,
But I think you mean dislike. Hate. Hey, you hate.
No, I hate. I can't
actually-
stand
actually it's
discourteous
true
people.
because-
There are people I've cut off from
You
my
hate
life.
the habit.
no, in fact, he doesn't like me
No,
to
see,
noted. On emails,
the habit is
Yeah,
that person.
definitely.
Yeah. So what's wrong with
But
this?
noted is okay. I don't know why you don't like noted.
No,
You told me that.
I like.
The habit is that person.
Yes, see, they've adorned that habit on themselves. I think it helps to be courteous. If you want to pass, say, "Excuse me, please, may I pass?"
That
we
is
need to
fine.
go back to the
Courtesy.
basics. I remember when I was in nursery school, we used to be told to say, "Please, thank you, yes, sir, yes, ma'am." I meet people nowadays who speak to an elderly man like they're talking to their boy. They're
Okay,
like,
that's rude.
"Yes, Mungara. Yes, I hear you, Waweru. Yes, I hear you, Paul. Sema. No, you must
have
have
some
this
courtesy,
respect.
yes.
Some have some
Respect.
respect. Some respect, yes. So a lot of us in this society today are laden with disrespect. You can't say, "Excuse me, I pass." You can't say, "How do you do?" You can't even say hi to people. I think that's very bad. In fact, I'm getting very...
I've
Yeah, this guy
noticed-
is really sweating.
yeah,
while,
not
saying
sweating,
this
but
thing.
I'm getting very
You're
passionate.
sweating. I can see sweating.
I have
in
a
your
deal
brow.
breaker. And this goes to men and women. Men and women. I don't like people who stay on their phone so much, especially on a date.
That is bad. Or texting.
The way you're
eh?
saying, yes, if you invited me on a date, have the common courtesy of just even giving me that 30 minutes or an hour, put your phone aside.
Yeah, no, I think that falls squarely about my disrespect and just
Yeah.
discourteousness. So we are here to get to know each other. You know,
Exactly.
Emmanuel, where I agree with you about dates, the only cross I have is not so much about ordering elaborately. The only cross I have about dating is that people go on dates for food. I think dating, no, most people do.
For
Yeah,
food.
Yes, for
yeah,
food.
I remember my wife told me that some ladies actually have a habit of going out on a date.
Yeah,
for food.
that's why
I get
people call you.
tired.
That's why people call you and say, "Suni ninunulie kakuku." Then they actually
Oh.
come and eat the chicken and go away. For me, dating is getting to know each other. Yeah, they eat the chicken and bounce.
I'm sorry. Eric,
No.
that is
I mean,
not-
I don't mind. I've never had someone eat the chicken, but I see it in restaurants.
Like-
Yes.
So dating for me is getting to know each other. What are you about? What are your dislikes? What do you like? What is your faith? What do you do? Are you courteous? Are you dishonest? Those things.
What
So
about-
the food is very subliminal. It's not the main thing.
What's
Now you
the-
can't start saying,
Yeah.
"Mkona matumbo fry ya mbuzi." Ah.
Kama napenda
But
matumbo
that's
fry na
exactly what I was
mbuzi.
saying earlier.
No, you are saying
You
that
don't
your
want me to
chicks
order.
ordering elaborately. As in, the emphasis,
control my
the
order.
emphasis should not be on the food more than getting to know the person.
Thank
who's buying
you.
the food.
For
That's
me, a
what I
deal
mean.
breaker would be like we are talking on phone. Maybe we're having an argument, and then
Yeah.
you hang up on me in the middle of that.
I also find that as a
is
deal breaker.
so
My God, I'll call you
irritating.
back.
And then I call you back, then you don't pick again. Like it makes me go.
Even Emmanuel, I'm there.
You guys should
I'm
date.
with you.
And then I call again, you don't pick, and then you'll pick.
My
now the
God,
next day.
I don't know what happens. There's a fire that burns in my stomach.
You guys
the
need
time
to
I
have
get
self-control.
you.
Me, you guys.
What
are
do you
fine.
think? Wasting
No,
my time.
Me, you can totally.
Don't hang
pick
up
or
on
not
me.
pick.
I am not 2 years old.
No, me, I'm totally fine. You can hang up if you like. You pick if you like. I'm fine. That is your problem.
Don't try that with me.
Remember, the number is 0719012600. We're going to pick your calls for the rest of this hour today, and we hear your reactions to deal breakers in relationships. And Erica, I'm going to share with you one other deal breaker. I don't like ladies who, I don't like ladies who put on too much makeup.
Really?
Like you put, Paka, it looks like a mask. Like your makeup is just around like the
You don't
the
like
brow of your
weaves, you
head.
don't like
It's
bagas,
round
you
on
don't
your
like-
chin. So your face is brown, then you're over here, your neck is black. Like that for me is a bit off.
That lady is still learning how to apply makeup. Forgive her.
No.
I think lack of ambition for me is boring. You know those people
Even
who
me.
are comfortable being where they are.
I don't like
Like,
lazy people.
you know, I was here in Kabete Primary School. I went here in Seko Secondary School. Now I did the Technical Training Institute. And now I'm the headmaster of Teki. That is strange
No, at
to
least
me.
he
That
has
is
a
not
job.
bad.
At least he
No,
has-
as in somebody who has ambition more than just.
But
the-
see,
the-
comfort
their
zone.
You're
nose.
judging their ambition.
No.
So maybe the ambition
Maybe
is
that's
to be
the
the head
ambition.
of
No,
the Teki.
no.
I
You
think
need
that's a
to.
weird one.
No, it's
For
not a
me,
weird. It's weird for you. See, this is mine.
That's it.
This guy is funny. This is what I'm trying to say. Maybe let me qualify it further. There are people who are perpetually they're very comfortable in their space. All right. I'm very keen on seeing the world. I want to go to Osaka, places I've not been. I want to go to Pyongyang. I love reading books. I want to see adventure. I want to go to Gedi. I remember one time I went to Gedi and just walked into those
stones and rocks
there's,
and
you know,
towns.
and homes, you know, those semi-permanent houses. I want to go to West Pokot. I'm ambitious. Like I don't like people who are
Please go
who are comfortable.
Check on travel log.
I totally am.
Yeah.
So I don't like people who are comfortable. I once met a man, Emmanuel. He was a 49-year-old man. And he told me he had never left Busia. The first time he left Busia.
Maybe he has no money to leave Busia. What's wrong with you?
No. He had hardware and whatnot. Ambition is attractive. Don't stop romanticizing lack of ambition. Ambition is attractive.
Okay, true. For me, if you don't have a mission, it means you don't have goals. So
I'm not
you
saying-
cannot
But
have
I tell you
relationships.
what you're doing. You're judging someone's ambition.
I'm not.
No, I
I'm
actually
not
get what
judging.
he's saying,
I'm not
but because
judging.
I understand.
See,
what
you are judging someone's way of applying makeup.
Exactly.
Why
can't
you
he-
not
why
judging
can't
someone's
he
way of
judge
applying
ambition?
makeup? I'm just saying you need to
That's
be
his personal
slightly
thing.
ambitious. Like for instance, you need to grow. You need to read new information. Today's excellence is tomorrow's mediocrity.
Yes.
If you walked in town and saw somebody with Walkman and a tape doing this with a cassette,
You'll be shocked.
you'll be shocked.
Yes.
Why? Because people are progressing. The world is moving faster and faster. So that's the ambition I'm talking about, Emmanuel.
So my friend Ndoch sent me a tweet. He says, mine would be unkept nails.
Thank
know,
you.
Those that look like they are from the farm.
I agree with that person, whoever
that's
he
Ndoch.
is. For me, I have one that also, when you talk about ambition, for me, I equate lack of ambition means that you don't have potential to grow. And it means you don't have goals. And for me, that's no relationship. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, there's a saying that you can't follow a parked car.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're a lady and the guy is a parked car, there's no way you're following him.
And another saying that if you don't know where you're going, then any road can lead you there.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the other one for me, Barbara, is telling people how to raise their kids.
Eric called that
Thank
thought, let's go and take a really short break and then we come back and take a few calls. And I'm here hanging out with the adults in the room and I'm having a lot of fun. Today we're discussing deal breakers. If you're in Nairobi, we're on 94.4. If you're driving home, if you live in Rongai and you're still in the traffic, we are still right there on 94.4.
All right, a very good evening to you. My name is Eric Omondi. If you are in Nakuru, the county of Flamingos, in the areas of Shaba Shaba or all the way down in Langa Langa or Section 58 or Free Area, we are live and direct on 96.0. And if you're in Mombasa, I love Mombasa, man. Kisauni area, Mikindani, all the way down in Nyeri. We are live and direct on 87.9. And if you want to catch us live online, you can totally do that. The first radio station doing that in the entire republic. It's www.spicefm.co.ke.
And if you need to call us, that is 0719 012600, 0719 012600. Our SMS code is 40127. Let us know what you think and your deal breakers in a relationship you're in or you have been.
Yeah, and I'll repeat that number once again, 0719 012600, 0719 012600. 079-018-2600. We're going to be picking your calls right now. Eric.
All right, absolutely. If you've had a deal break in the midst of a relationship, prior to a relationship, at the tail end of a relationship, we welcome you to call Spice FM Studios. We'll react to some of your feedback on 0719-012-600. These are the adults
In the room.
Eric, I think people have heeded to your call, and I see the dashboard is lighting up. So let me pick up one of these phone calls. Hello, this is Spice FM, and you're on the air. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Michael from Eldoret.
Michael from Eldoret.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Barbara.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tell me, what's your deal breaker?
My deal breaker. Okay, Barbara, I hate makeup.
I'm
So
loving the phone
definitely
calls
you'll
today.
hate me.
I hate makeup.
You
And-
hate
and
makeup.
I think, Barbara, hello?
Hello?
Yes.
And I think, Barbara, you are even wearing makeup now, right now. Right?
Yes, I am. So I'm so afraid you're already hating me.
I hate makeup.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry,
how do
darling.
you
And I
hand-
love makeup. I
how-
like dolling up once in a while.
Michael, how do you handle it? Do you tell the lady, I don't like your makeup, or you just avoid them?
I just avoid them.
Aye.
But Michael, seeing as you have your face, this is Eric. Seeing as you have your own face, why don't you just not apply makeup on your face and let the lady do what she wants with hers?
It's my face.
No. Like I just told you, I hate makeup.
That's your deal breaker.
Okay. In the first place, why wear makeup? Why?
Because
Yes.
Because they want to.
They want to. They hate their natural beauty, right?
Do you shave?
Michael
Sorry?
is team natural.
Michael, do you shave?
Shave.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Why do you shave?
Good question. Why do you shave?
Michael, let me tell you, these guys are attacking you,
No.
and I'm here
Michael,
to
please
defend you.
answer. Why do
I
you shave?
understand
For
you
grooming
totally,
purposes, to
Michael.
look good.
You see,
so women do that also
let me
to
tell
look
you,
good.
Michael,
Accept and move on.
Michael, the face belongs to the lady, but we are the ones looking at it. Sindio?
Yeah.
I'll pray for you.
But thank you so much,
Thank
Michael.
you, Michael, for calling, and keep it locked to Spice FM.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very honest, Michael.
Which
You
is
guys
good. That's
are-
his deal
Eric,
breaker.
Stop bullying the people who agree with me.
No, you had a very valid question.
I just asked a question. Who have
Yeah.
I bullied?
Let's get an phone call. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Kisingani, and you're live on the air on Spice FM. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, how do you do? I'm the one who talks to the ladies. This is Eric Omondi. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine.
What's your good name, darling?
Oh, I'm Georgina.
Georgina, where are you calling from?
Mombasa.
All right. Hi,
Georgina.
Georgina. How are you?
Georgina, you're the one who called us yesterday at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping it
Thank
spice,
you
darling.
so much, Georgina, for calling. Have you had some of the deal breakers you'd want to share with us?
Yeah.
Tell me about them.
Okay, bad odor from the mouth.
Huh?
Bad odor from
Oh,
the
bad
mouth.
odor from the mouth. Halitosis. Georgina
Yeah,
hates halitosis. I totally agree with you.
Yes, I also agree. That's in hygiene.
No, what about maybe it's a Georgina? What if it's maybe a condition that I have?
You should go to the doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you
Or get a mint.
Would you understand if I'm a very handsome man like I am? If you check me on
Yeah,
the website,
it's a problem.
Georgina, I agree with you. I personally, for our lady, would not be with a handsome man with a bad breath. So, yeah, we are together on that.
Yes, we are.
Do you have any other pitfalls that you think the opposite sex adores?
Georgina was quite specific there, and Eric was pushing it.
I'm sure she has more than three.
She was saying halitosis is, but I tell you guys are being unfair because sometimes maybe it's just a condition that I have.
I don't
alright?
refuse that.
But you
but
go
can-
treat it.
Yes. Even when you have a headache.
You want to
guys
don
are-
when you
someone
have
with
a headache, you get something.
That's like
you get
saying
an
I will hug you with
medicine.
my wound.
You guys
no,
are
don't be funny.
heartless. Let's answer another phone call and then we react. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Kisingani. You're live on the air on Spice FM. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Fine,
fine,
thank
thank
you.
you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bita.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Were you the gentleman who called earlier from Bita? Or this is another?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, we got cut off. Were you going to tell us about some of the pitfalls you've had? Rather, sorry, my bad. Some of the
Deal breakers.
deal breakers.
I hate
hate. I just hate makeup.
Everybody hates makeup.
Let me tell you, let's form a WhatsApp group. Keep it here for the WhatsApp group number of the
please, yes.
anti-makeup movement.
Anti-makeup movement will be formed by Emmanuel Kisiangani.
All right, let's speak on our call. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Kisingani, live on the air on Spice FM. Hello.
This is Ken from Eldoret.
Ken
Hi,
from
Ken.
Eldoret. How are you doing?
I'm good, darling Barbie.
Yes, how are you, Ken? What's your deal breaker for today?
I hate heels.
You hate heels.
That's a new one.
That's a new one?
Mostly the ones that are pinpointed.
I love pencil heels. What's the problem? Are you brief?
No.
So why do you hate heels?
Stop attacking our callers.
It's just hate when a lady puts them on.
You don't find
She
them
looks
sexy?
she looks like a cock.
Oh my God. Okay. Do you have another deal breaker?
But I tell you what, that one is easy to remedy. You just buy them
rubbers.
some flat.
So you're a rubbers guy.
Yeah,
Gomas.
Yeah, no problem, so long as they are not heels.
Oh my God, that's a new one.
Have you tried wearing rubbers yourself?
Yes, I mean, that's a very good
Let
question.
me tell you, Michael, this guy is a bully with the same line of thought.
No,
I think, Michael,
Have
what
you
I'm
tried
saying
to
is
wear
this.
rubbers?
If you want rubbers, just wear them and let the lady wear what she wants.
Yes.
Michael, I agree with you. It's a deal breaker for you. Yo. You see, now you've made Michael. Stop annoying our callers, man. We need these callers. Michael, thank you so much for being
Thank you, Michael, for calling.
Michael was
Barbara,
very happy. He was laughing at the tail end.
I'm telling you.
I'm not.
Today-
Barbara, these guys don't like makeup and
They
high
don't
heels.
like heels, and that's what I like wearing.
The
Oh,
next thing they'll say is just, we don't like Barbara.
I'm telling you.
Let's answer one more phone call and then we talk about these things for a moment. Hello, my name is Mao Kisingani. You're live on the air on Spice FM. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Emmanuel. What's your name, sir, and where are you calling from?
This is Ken calling from Nakuru.
Ken,
All
thank
right.
you.
Ken, Karibu Sana. Thank you for calling Spice FM. My name is Eric Omondi.
Yeah, I want to participate on the topic of the day.
Yes, dear.
Yeah. Okay. Me, I hate. Okay, this kind of girls when you take them out, only when you have them, they keep telling how the family they are from, how they are rich. Well, here's what you have. Okay, you cannot afford.
They start talking about themselves
And their families. And
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
come
yeah,
from.
yeah.
and
Actually,
what their father has. Okay, my father.
Then
Yeah.
meet your father. Stop disturbing this young man.
Ken, I totally agree. A lady once told me when we went to a restaurant that her father's taken her to a better one. So that's a very bad thing. I
Yes.
agree with you.
actually, okay, like I had a relationship.
Yes.
This girl, okay, I was trying very hard just to reach that level of hers. And then she kept telling me how their father have 1, 2, 3 things. But later, you find her and telling you, can sijui somebody says sijui nini sijui nitumia nini. So you see,
You start wondering if your father
actually-
has all that. Why are you asking
So-
me?
So it happened that I just take myself out of that relationship because I felt that I cannot take it anymore.
Yes,
That's
and
good.
as Eric would say, you just ask him, do you have a father? If you have a father, tell them. Thank you so much, Ken, for
And
hanging
I
out
hope
with
you're
us.
happy right now or in a better relationship.
Currently, no.
Enjoy
Ken,
being
just
alone.
enjoy being you.
Yes,
Go
it's
take
good.
yourself. In fact, tomorrow, go up
Yeah.
go to the heart of CBD up in Nakuru and get a very nice hot tea and sausages on me. And then you tell them I'll pay.
Yeah, you tell them it's Eric Omondi. Thank you so much for calling. I think Ken is totally right.
And he's very
Yeah,
happy.
he's
isn't he?
actually
He's a
very-
happy
He's
gentleman.
even saying
He's laughing so happy. That lady used to massacre his heart. A very bad lady.
But it reminds me of also people who talk about their exes when they're on a date. Have you ever met those women?
Yes. We used to sit
Even
here. We used to sit there with John. Check, who is John? My ex.
Even men do. Yeah, they talk about them. I liked how she dressed, her hips, her what. And I'm like, excuse me, go back to her.
The goodness with Ken was he was a cuddler. And then you see he had a special advantage because he had this wide chest.
And you have a small chest.
Go away, man.
Yeah, ladies who talk about, but also it's very, very bad. I don't like people who don't own a car, but then now they want to.
And they don't even, and them themselves don't have a car.
They want to, no, not even that. The people who make you their Uber and get really upset when you don't take them wherever you are going.
Okay, that's a bit nasty.
No, it's not nasty. It's just like...
It's bad manners.
You know the way you can date somebody while you have a car, be it a man or a woman, and then now you start thinking that, especially men do this, and I've had a lot of women complain about this, that you're dating a guy, you've worked hard as a lady and bought your car, and then now they want to drop you to work, so they use your car the whole day. And they don't have any substantial...
First, those ladies are just they're just dumb, not in a bad way. No, I'm sorry to say this.
Why are they dumb? They're
it's
in love.
Your car. It's
They're
your
in
car.
love.
No, it's my car.
But you know,
Let me give an example. I'm dating John. John doesn't have a car. It is okay. I will go out with John. When I am going to pick him up, I am not going to give him my car. I find that cars are like inner clothing.
Yes.
We're not going to share like that.
But you love him.
So what?
but sometimes it's a
So
control.
you want John to walk.
No, I'll drop John if I can. Before I came, he used to use what?
I tell you what, sometimes it's
No, before I came, what was John using?
sometimes it's a control, something that
'Cause
they use to control the guy.
Yes.
So they leave them with the car the whole day because they know they'll call them exactly when they're leaving work, and he'll come with your car to your office and pick you. There's nowhere else he can go.
No, but the ladies who've complained to me, and there are many, by the way, more than 19, by the way, Barbara.
Yeah, I know women have that bad
and
habit.
they say
stop.
that men take advantage.
It's not
Just
taking
because,
advantage.
say they can say something like, babe, would you please, because I have a meeting, we have a board meeting, and my boss had asked that I go early, and the car is due for service. Would you be kind, babe, to just, drop it to the garage? Then the guy drops it and never shows up again in another maybe 2 days.
Yeah, that has happened to a friend of mine.
So
The
men
even
who
thought the car was stolen, the guy went coast.
the man who's listening should not do that. Own your own car and don't drive women's cars.
And for the women who are listening, please be bright, be sharp.
Yeah,
Stop giving
be
men
sharp,
your car.
Control them by giving them your car.
Don't give them your car.
Call them in the evening.
Do not give them your car.
You're hanging out with the adults in the room. Please keep those calls coming in. We're going to be answering your calls all the way to the top of the hour. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani, and don't touch that dial. Those are the sounds of the undisputed queen of pop, Madonna. Eric, Madonna is 61 years old, and
She looks amazing, doesn't
she?
she?
She looks
very
like
beautiful.
she's 35 years old.
looks
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
she
man.
makes me look so old.
Yeah, man, you're hanging out with the adults in the room. This is 94.4 Spice FM, and we've been having an amazing time in the studio all the way from 7 o'clock till now. And now we want to pick your calls all the way to the top of the hour. If you're on your way home and you're not at home, you're heading to Donholm. We are on 94.4 FM, and if you are in Kitengela, the outskirts of Nairobi, we're still on the same frequency, 94.4 FM.
All right, a very good evening to you in Nakuru, the Langa Langa area, section 58. I've just been reminded by a good friend of mine from National Housing in Gara, who's a former dweller of Shabab. He says I was pronouncing it wrong. If you're in Shabab, it's 96.0, and if you're in the environs of Eldoret and the entire region of Kapsabet, Nandi County and Kapenguria, we are live and direct on 96.7. And if you're streaming live from around the world, Massachusetts, all the way down in Albany, New York, or all the way up in Coolidge Avenue in Los Angeles, we're on www.spicefm.co.ke. My name is Eric Omondi.
And I'm Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Economani. Our telephone number is 0719-012-600. That is 0719-012-600. Our SMS code is 40127. And our social media handles are Spice FM KE. That is Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Let me read something from a gentleman. Ali Faraj, you're asking the frequency for Kakamega. That is 102.5. Frequency for Western region, that is Kisumu, Kisi, and Kakamega is 102.5. I have a gentleman by the name of Rogers Kenny. A lady putting on heels really sucks. So this heels is a thing. Oh my God, this heels.
Where does it come from?
He didn't say.
And Jens were writing, you're actually really upsetting Barbara.
Oh my God. Alex.
They're upsetting the general female population, especially the urban one. What do you want them to wear, man?
Tell them. Another gentleman called Alex J. Mutai. I hate wigs. Black lipstick is being a monster.
Eish, that is a
My
personal
God, that is.
attack.
That is really a personal.
That's a personal attack.
Ogembo, thank you so much for correction. Watu wa shabab mnakaribishwa sana. Thank you so much. Look, the other one that really irks me, I don't like people on dates, especially initial times of dates, who talk too much or talk too little. I remember again in one of the dates I've gone to in my 20s, a lady who met, I said, so how's your day? Fine. She had close-ended answers.
Fine.
So it's like, so what exactly do you do? IT.
And it ends there.
I'm like, oh wow, where do you do your IT at?
In town.
Hurlingham. Where in Hurlingham? PCTD building. So I got upset and started changing the concept. Look, for the conversation to flow, you want to change it.
You became a trainer.
Yeah, so I started training, and that was one of the most horrible dates. The flip side is somebody who talks too much. Check, hi, how are you? My name is Barbara. Anyway, let me tell you something. The thing about Matiangi that really upsets me. No, there are 15 points. I'll tell you 7 very quick before we wait for our team. One of the things that is happening in Matiangi, that's bad.
Eric, let's pick a phone call and see if there's any lady out there. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kisingani, and you're live on the air on Spice FM. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Where are you calling from, sir? And your name?
My name is Akasta Zoxalis. I'm calling from Nandi County.
Karibu Sani.
Oxalis. Karibu sana.
Hello.
Hi, welcome, Oxalis. How are you?
I'm fine.
So what are your deal breakers? What breaks the deal for you, man?
All I hate so much is when someone will just go on telling you all her problems. Maybe when you had gone for a date, then someone will just go and continue telling you her problems. Maybe I'm not saying that telling you her problem is just bad, but there is a manner in which someone could tell you. That's why when I broke up with my ex, she used to.
She was full of problems.
Really, Eric?
Yeah, when we met for the first time, the first thing she told me that maybe she lost her mother. His brothers are so many problems anyway.
Let me tell you, maybe you have the same ex as me, because I also met a certain lady who kept telling me about people in the past of her life who are dying. And then I met mwingine alafu akakufa. So I was wondering, am I next
to die?
Vital, I really understand that problem. People like to talk about what is currently happening to their mother's throat and their dad's back, and what is needed back at home. So there's another problem. My mom was just eating, and then the food went to the windpipe, so we are dealing with that condition. So yeah. So that's a terrible deal breaker. You should not air your dirty linen on the first date.
Actually, in public.
Thank you so much for
I actually have a deal breaker now that has reminded me. These men who like calling people on video calls at night.
There are men who do that.
Yes, I just check up on you. Excuse me, I'm on factory setting. I've washed off my makeup.
All right.
I'm at peace. I'm at home. I'm relaxed.
Maybe the guy calling you is the guy who said they don't like makeup, so they want to. Let's take another call, brother. Hello, you're on 94.4 Spice FM, and you're on the air. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
We have a lady. Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm the one who speaks to ladies on the adults in the room. What's your good name, and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello, I am the safer voice. My name is Emmanuel. Don't be scared by the other guy.
Don't be scared with the baby.
He's a scary guy. Let me tell you. You can talk to me. I am safe. My name is Emmanuel. What's your name?
I'm Mary calling from Eldoret.
Oh,
thank you so much. Welcome to Spice FM. How are you, Mary?
I am good. I'm good.
What's the deal breaker for you? Men have been calling left, right, and center. At least
I'm wondering if women don't have deal breakers.
Oh, yeah, I do. I don't like men on their first date who just want to shag on the first date.
Oh, thank you, darling. That's a very strong one. I agree.
Yeah, I hate it.
Any other one? Do you have? Oh, that is your key.
That's the major one. That's the key.
I totally agree with this lady.
Let me tell you, that is a big, big deal breaker. And thank God for the love of Jesus Christ, who saved Eric. But thank you so much for calling. I think we've lost them. But that's actually
yes, it is a deal breaker. Because you took this lady out for dinner.
Tell me about it, Barbara. I have no idea.
Let me tell you about it.
So somebody takes you for dinner. And
take me out for dinner. Then you automatically assume you want to sleep with me. Shame on you. It does not mean if if
But
you
even
buy me
there's some-
something, I want to take tea.
That is terrible.
But
Yeah.
even there's some chicks who'd attack a guy and wants to, take advantage.
On the, but there, Barbara, Emmanuel, thanks for saying that. I once I went out to a date again with
Yes.
this very nice lady, and we hung out and had a good time. We were chilling, and then I dropped her home, and then she was staying on the 4th floor of a building. I left the car, walked her up, hugged her good night, walked back to my car, went away. All right. Second day, 2 weeks down the line, hung out late in the night, dropped her home, hugged her, went back. In the morning when I woke up, I found a lengthy text.
You don't want me?
She was asking me what's wrong with me.
There's
It's
nothing
like, why
wrong
can't you
with
even attempt to? What's wrong with you? So sometimes also the
Women
lady
are
who's
used
called,
to bad
Yes, they're used to
seeds.
bad. So when they meet a decent man such as I,
Oh,
it becomes
please,
quite a
darling.
challenge.
Especially one who's been saved recently
By
by the power of the blood. Listen, man,
I'm telling
that's,
you.
I want to tell you, Barbara, about the Travelog, which is an amazing product from Standard Group, which tells you about travel, destinations that you can go to. And then we're going to come back. If you're calling, please don't give up. We're going to answer your call.
The number
Right.
is 0719-012-600.
And our SMS code is 40127.
In the room, and we are here every day from 7 to 10 p.m. from Monday to Friday.
yes.
And we want you to join us every day as we take this journey and when we have authentic, real conversations. And I'm hanging out as usual with my best peeps.
All right, a very good evening to you wherever you are around the globe. If you want to listen to us in the heart of Qatar or Dubai, we are on www.spicefm.co.ke. If you want to tune in the areas of Mombasa, Kisauni, all the way Nyeri, we are on 87.9, and the environs of the entire central business district of Nairobi or Hardy area in Karen, we are on 94.4 in Nairobi. My name is Eric Omondi.
My name is Barbara Mbaka, also known as the Duchess of Money. If you want to contribute on on this conversation, our social media handles are Spice FM KE. Let me repeat that: Spice FM KE on Instagram, Twitter, and tweet.
And
what?
all the media
Facebook.
all of them.
Sorry for that. Our SMS code is 40127 and our telephone number is 0719012600.
Yeah, and I just want to go straight into a call. There's some guys who've been calling over and over again, so let's just get straight into it. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kisiangani, and you're on the air. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, guys.
Hi, what's your name, sir, and where are you calling from?
I'm called James Casey from Kisumu.
Hi, James.
James Karibu Sana. How is Kisumu?
Kisumu is good.
Thank you so much for calling. Have you had some of the experiences you want to share with us that are your deal breakers?
Yes, my deal breaker. Okay, the one I had lately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lady coming to my place.
Mm-hmm.
She cooks on my clean utensils.
Yes.
Eats
Yes.
and leaves without washing them.
That is bad. I also agree that's a deal breaker.
Barbara.
I was pissed off.
I totally agree. That's a very untidy woman.
But honestly, this lady visits you in your house, right?
Yes.
And then she eats.
She cooks from his
She
clean
cooks.
utensils.
You need
she
to
cooks,
wash. If you
and
found
then-
them clean, leave them clean.
No, but maybe it's the
Did
first
you do
thing.
anything to her?
No, I did not.
No. You know,
But
sometimes...
after she had gone, I just text her that whenever we want to meet, we will meet somewhere else at my house.
I get you. This is a very tidy, clean man, organized. So he wants someone in his life who can also do the same.
Did you share with her and tell her maybe you're offended by her cooking and leaving
You
dirty
need to
dishes
talk
in
to her,
your house?
communicate.
Yes, I told her. She asked me why I was saying that. Then I told her the whole thing.
No, I agree with you. Personally, you are
Yes.
kinder. I'd have really maybe opened the door before she finished her food. If I had seen any indication that she won't wash, I'd have sent her away immediately.
I agree. That's a deal breaker.
There was no way I could know that she was not going to wash them.
Yes.
And you
Yeah.
felt bad washing them.
Yeah, I washed them.
That is
thank
very
you.
bad.
Thank you so
You
much
should
for
never
calling.
let that lady back in that house.
Thank you for
Yes.
calling, man. But you guys,
She will never step into my
Never
life.
ever.
Never ever.
Never
Don't let
ever.
her back.
Kiko Chak.
but you guys are not funny. How do I come to your house? I don't know where your scrub thing is.
Excuse me, how did you know how
But
to
how
but
did you know how
cooked.
to serve and eat?
Yes, and you cooked.
That
Don't
is
be
very bad
funny.
manners.
How do I
That's
start
bad
washing
manners.
dishes in
You
your
don't
house?
cook
No,
in
no,
someone's house make their
Also,
utensils
these
dirty.
ladies, I think it's not one of my deal breakers, but the ladies who are easily available to start frying things in some man's house is very fun. You are kata nyanyas and vitungus to fry. That is strange to me.
No, as in her she cooks, then you clean.
Why can't she eat in her own house?
So she's at your house. You
They were
share
trying
duties.
to bond.
You guys are dictators. Let's pick another call. Hello, my name is Manu Kisingani and you're live on the air on 94.4 Spice FM. How are you?
This is Abdi from Garissa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for tuning in. What's your deal breaker?
My deal breaker is when my girlfriend keeps on sharing my secrets to her friends.
Oh, that is bad.
That is a
Let
deep
me
one.
tell you.
No,
Sizes, length, shortness, everything. They are poor. They are bad people, these guys. Aye. That one has touched me, my brother. Aye.
No, that is bad. That is bad.
Hey, you guys are
Women, we need to keep secrets.
Thank you so much for calling all the way from Garissa, man. I don't even know what's the frequency in Garissa.
No, in Garissa you stream online.
I think
that's
he's watching
awesome.
online.
Let's pick
Yes.
another. Hello, you're on the air on Spice FM. How are you doing?
My name is Jackson. I'm calling from Shababi, Nakuru.
Shabe in the house. How are you doing, my brother? How are you?
I'm okay, my friend.
Mzee wa Shabe unaitwa nani, jo, bro?
Naitwa Jaka kinti yangu.
Thank you so much, bro. Karibu sana Spice FM. Bad experiences you've had you want to share?
Yeah. I had a wife.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed like how many? About it's come up 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
7 years.
But cook.
She can't cook.
Hawezi. Tunatoka job anachoka. He's tired.
When you married her, did you know if she can cook or not?
No, you never know.
Who was cooking for 7 years?
Yes.
I'm the one.
First, my dear, that was the first mistake you did. So that deal breaker, you had a problem and you didn't see it. Next time,
Did you try and make him and teach her maybe how to cook
or send her to school?
Some of your favorite delicacies. Did you try to teach her? I've lost him, man. But that is so interesting. 7 years of cooking.
Emmanuel,
I think that guy right now can make a serious meal. 7 years of cooking continuously.
No, but you see, you don't.
Especially when you're
if
hungry.
you know you're a man who loves a woman who knows how to cook, or you love home cooking, you need to look for someone.
You know, I actually saw Barbara shaking. She was actually very upset.
Spice
I don't
FM,
get it.
you're actually on the air. Sorry about that. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. What's your name?
Hey, my name is John.
Hello, John. Where are you calling from?
Spice FM.
I'm calling from Kisumu.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, my deal breaker are those friends who step into your house and they disarrange everything and they don't care. They misplace everything. You see.
I have a similar friend who behaves exactly like you. His name is Eric.
Yeah.
I think it's a Kisumu thing, Barbara. Like
you know, as my brother from Kisumu, I feel you deeply. I am very, I ascribe to specificity. I love order. So that when I wake up with my eyes closed, I know where there is Colgate and toothpaste. So I don't like people who juggle things up. We on this together.
And I understand you totally.
And clean shoes and mesa that has been wiped thoroughly.
What is mesa?
Definitely.
Yes, mesa is stable.
Oh.
And no, I am with you on that one, Baba. I am with you, kabisa, bana. You can't come and start chokoraing.
But it seems to be a problem. You guys are from your region.
It's not a problem. It's not
from people not cleaning.
You know, but
it's very good to have order.
My sister is married to a gentleman, a very nice gentleman from Kisumu, and it's exactly the way these guys are. Exactly, like he loves his house is clean. In fact, when my sister comes to our place, she says when she goes home, he'll say, "You guys have come back to dirtify my house." Because he has cleaned it up.
Yeah, I clean my house per quantum lips every few seconds.
Like Eriko is going to clean right now.
Yes, but
let's pick one more call.
Actually, he cleans his house at night.
Hello, my name is Manu Kisingani, and you're live on the air on Spice FM. How are you?
Hi, my name is Ben from Nakuru, Langalanga.
Langalanga, karibu sana mse wa Langa. Ben, how are you doing, my brother?
Fine, thank you.
Yes.
I've had someone mention my worst
Your deal breaker,
yes.
Yes.
Is actually hygiene.
Hygiene.
Yes, I'm with you there.
Actually, Barbara, hapa unamulikwa tu kusema ukweli. Unfortunately, you date someone and they would want to they put up a picture that they are very, very hygienic, anakuja kwako, they are they're organizing the place, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Then you decide this is someone I want to settle down with.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you settle down with this person and their true nature comes out.
They're the opposite of what they've been showing you.
So unkempt. So unkempt. Mtu anaweza soka nguo zikae kwa ndoo wiki.
Harufu.
No, that is bad.
Someone wakes up at 6 in the morning, anaketi kwa kiti ati ni kuchat.
With curtains closed.
They are full of, the sink is full of dirty dishes.
You mean she slept and left dirty dishes?
Yes.
That is bad.
Let me tell you.
And when you ask this person, they're saying, I know that those dishes are there and I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Okay, that's a deal breaker.
Thank you so much for calling. That guy was quite passionate about it.
Actually, this is a personal deal breaker.
Yeah. But Eric, in summary, what there's something you said which was quite profound when we were starting out the show.
Yes.
About somebody knowing and better is good for you, something of the sort.
Oh yes.
Better is good.
You
for
said
you?
better is good.
Oh yeah, no, I said better is good. I said the reasons we have these similar and many conversations coming on the adults in the room is because when you improve in your own personal space, you become better for your own self. One.
Yes.
Number two, you become a better neighbor. Number three, a better member of your family.
Better friend.
Number three, you become a better friend and a better citizen and a better citizen of the world. And
a
so on
better
and so
lover,
yes,
and a
it
better
improves.
husband,
So
wife.
I don't think we're having this conversation to castigate anyone.
Yeah.
But you want to improve. You want to
Yes.
improve and become better because better is good.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Guys, did you know that it's only 3 minutes to the top of the hour?
Oh, wow.
We've been here for 3 hours.
Time flies when you're having
amazing.
fun.
It's been an amazing show.
It's been
Barbara, what are you up to from here?
I'm just going home, driving home. I want to have my tea. I love tea. You guys know I love tea.
Do you have milk?
Yeah, I always have milk. I have a cow.
All right. Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, Barbara has everything. She even sells charcoal.
Yes, I'm a hustler. Anyway, these are the adults in the room. Join us tomorrow. Same time, same frequency, same station.
Yeah, and
You don't want to say what I'm up to?
Eric,
What do you want to say?
What are you up to from here, apart from cleaning the digs?
No, my digs was clean already. I cleaned it before coming
So
here.
you clean it again?
I spruced it up. So I'm just going to have a bite to eat and read. There's a book I'm trying to finish, and then I'll call it a day.
What's the title of the book?
I forget, you've ambushed me, but it's a book by Mitch Ablom.
Oh, cool.
I'm reading something,
Cool.
Prayers of Elijah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay,
man.
fine. This is the Duchess of Ikolomani.
My name is
See you
Eric
tomorrow.
Omondi.
And my name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For the guys who are here for the first time, thank you so much. We want to be with you here